Replicon Radio. Replicon Radio. Talking shit with the juggalos on Replicon Radio. Giving a lesson. Don't be a bitch.
Don't be a bitch.
Radio.
Replicon Radio. Yep.
This is Replicon Radio.
Okay.
And you messed my lip. Hey, yo. Not really. There's still fun. What up?
You can say curse words right at the beginning like that. Come on.
I mean, they're still messing.
Jesus.
You already said it.
There's a delay. Mute that.
That's how we open the show.
That's all right.
There you go. Much
What
better.
up? What up? What up? What up?
We
What up?
are back. It's Monday.
What up, y'all? Welcome.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, dead body phone.
Hi.
If you don't know where you're at, you're tuned into Replicon Radio. We do this every Monday night live right here at RepliconRadio.com as well as YouTube.com/RepliconRadio.
And if you found us by accident, stay tuned because we got a fun-filled show for everybody tonight.
That's right. Share the link. Share the link. Share the link.
Share the stink.
Chat with us in the chat room. Send us a super chat or a super sticker. Every little bit helps, man. We like dollars. Throw them at us like strippers. We don't care. It's
I
fine.
mean, I might take my shirt off for you.
Big Roo might take his shirt off. He might take his shirt off too.
Spinning around his head like a helicopter.
Who knows? Who knows whose shirt Big Roo is going to take off, but it's somebody's. But yeah, man, we're live. We're here. We're live in 2 spots. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Hopefully everyone's doing well. What day is it? It's April the 6th.
Monday,
April 6th. We got a special guest on the program tonight. Big
It's our
Poe.
It's our first 420 episode, man.
super dope artist.
Yeah. Even though technically, if you're a Patreon member, we just did like a 7-hour broadcast.
And it wasn't.
That was crazy.
It was like
Everything was
47 or something.
No.
Something like that. It was a long
We didn't
time.
go right on at 6.
It was a
You
long
were
time.
late, and you were still late starting it. You got here late.
Either way, it was a long time, and you guys missed it.
We went from 6 to 11:30. Well, it's
Yeah.
probably more like 6:15 by the time we got set.
It was very long.
It was fun.
Very long.
It was. I didn't say it wasn't fun.
It was so long that we found out that, I found out that there's a 4-hour limit on a phone conversation.
I know. I told you.
I had no idea.
Happens all the time, buddy. 5 hours and 47 minutes.
There you have it, folks.
But it was dope, and you missed it, and I'm sorry, but
No, you're not.
you don't have to miss it every time. You can just join our Patreon, and then that's it. You're good. You won't miss the extra episode. You can be part of the T-shirt tier. You get T-shirts every month that are super dope and exclusive.
Or the hoodie.
Yep.
tier.
You get. There's a hoodie tier as well. You can get a hoodie every freaking month. You can upgrade up or down. You can go. You know what I'm saying? Switch in, switch out.
Or there's a
whatever you
paper
wanna do.
dino.
There is paper dino, plastic dinos. Plastic dinos get access to the Discord, which is a 24-hour endless chat room with all your friends and families together
As one.
for sure. What up, little Replicon? Little leprechaun Replicon in the YouTube chat.
Yo, what up?
What up, Chadwick Rogers? Replicizzy
What up? What up, y'all?
Replicity Fashizi. I can't even say it, bro. But yeah, we here, man. It's crazy. It's crazy because it's no one heard it except for all of our Patreon. But it's like we talked about so much stuff.
Replicizzy Fashizi.
Replicizzy Fashizi.
You gotta pronounce the C because it's like Replicon, but it's Replicizzy Fashizi.
Replicizzy Fashizi. Chadwick.
My Nizzy.
For show. But yeah, man, we're here. We're doing it. I hope everyone out there is doing well. Hopefully you guys are at least 6 feet away from your computer right now. You don't really have to be 6 feet away from your computer, I don't think. Do you?
Do it anyways.
No.
But the germs coming out of our mouths right now are pretty intense. So you may want to take a step back.
Oh boy!
If you don't wash your hands after Replicon Radio, you definitely need to wash your mouth or your ears. Wash your ears with soap.
Wash your
Q-tips.
ear holes.
Antibacterial.
Get some Q-tips.
Get some Q-tips.
Q-tip.
But in some fun news, Big Roo is learning TikTok. That's fucking exciting.
Yeah, I found some stuff out. So, I mean, I can't put it on our Discord though. I tried that already. Even the 15-second fucking video, it won't go on our Discord because it's too big of a file.
Yeah.
So,
Can you put it in Patreon?
I haven't tried that yet, but I'm pretty sure that I should be able to. It didn't when I went to go share a link or share one of the videos. That was not one of them, one of the options, but it could have been just because I didn't search to do so.
Yeah.
But
I have to say that he is pretty entertaining on there. I've seen a couple of his videos.
Have you? I haven't. I don't even.
I like the one where he's in the car.
let me see what I can.
There's a video of you in the car, Roo.
Oh yeah, dude, we're fucking driving around. We're fucking partying it up, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you put me under the couch cushion?
I wish.
Damn.
Why?
Shit was muffled like a motherfucker.
Was it?
It's all in your head. Think about it over and over again. We're going country tonight, y'all.
Oh shit.
You guys can't see it, but we're all wearing cowboy hats and boots. I don't know if you knew that.
Yep. I'm wearing my cowboy Bluetooth on.
Cowboy Bluetooth?
There's gotta be another.
Yeah, Super Trucker, man. Super Trucker Bluetooth.
I don't even know what the hell that means, bro. I don't even know what that means.
See, I'm trying to share one now in there, but there's not a search spot. Oh, you know what? Let me hit this. We got a little save download.
Y'all gonna make me download that shit just so I can watch.
And then share to other. And if it doesn't pop up, alright. Yeah. Alright, so let me do this then. Go to my Patreon.
What up, Heather? What up, Seamus? What up, Tanya? What up, Dana?
What up, folks?
What up, Big Roo? What up, Dead Body Man? Shout out to everybody in the chat room over on this end. If you guys didn't know, we're also live on YouTube. YouTube. And again, we got Big Poe on the show tonight. That's gonna be dope. I'm super looking forward to that. What else is going on? Big Roo's got TikTok, and we're gonna learn about that together at some point. What's happened in the world of Dead Body Phone?
That's what I'm trying to do right now. Let's figure out.
Well, you know, it's all is good over here in the bunker. You know, like I was telling you guys before the show, I was trying to put my bikes together so we can get a little exercise in, hopefully later on in the week. And stay the fuck away from everybody.
Well, that's gonna be hard to do if you're going outside because that's where everybody's at.
You know, not really. Like, we've gone for a couple walks in the last couple days, and you know, really, we haven't come across anybody except people that are like in their houses or on their porches, and we're not going up there. So
you're going inside people's houses? You should probably stop that.
No. They try to get me to come in there, and I go, no, you stranger danger.
Stranger danger! Stranger danger! That's funny. I went for my first walk today.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I can only upload a video to Patreon as long as it's 15 seconds or shorter.
Yeah.
And
can you put it in the lens? Or will it only work on the page?
Well,
either way, it's got to be short. For sure.
Yeah.
So did you go anywhere to walk, or did you just walk around your neighborhood?
I just walked around the neighborhood.
Nice.
He walked.
It's been nice the last couple of days.
I'm not doing it to get out of the house. I'm doing it for health.
That's why we're doing it. Is that, you know, we're trying to get healthy, and I guess I'm going on a juice cleanse next week, and then after that we're going on like this thing where they just send you all the meals and all that shit. So
Honestly, I don't even remember how to get to the fucking lens.
They just send you all the meals.
So I'm pretty sure I don't think I have to go grocery shopping
Oh, no, when I hit
until like May.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, I'm pretty sure I'll fucking need some hard seltzers or something, but other than that,
yeah, I'm sure you'll have plenty of those.
well, you know, I have had plenty of those. I've had to go to the store a couple times to re-up my stock.
I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it.
I'm just trying to stay hydrated and sanitized at the same time.
I don't think that's how that works.
I mean, you know, one can dream.
I talked about food thing. I don't think I can. I don't know if I can go on. I can't do it. Like I can't live my life like that. Because most of that food is disgusting.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. So I just need.
Well, this isn't even. Well, it's not like diet food that we're doing. I think it's just I mean, I guess it's a strictly vegan diet, but it's like, it's like smoothies and shit like that. I don't know. We have to see how it really is going to be. But it's not like, you know, diet food. It's just healthy food.
Yeah, that's gross. Healthy food is gross.
Yeah.
You got Hooters hot wings on there or cheese fries?
No.
Yeah,
well, they do have they do have some nutritional yeast, which is vegan cheese.
Thank God. I'm pretty sure I just said Hooters hot wings and cheese fries, and your comeback was nutritional yeast.
That doesn't sound very funny.
I don't even want to know her name.
She's the one that's been rubbing up on you at the table, trying to get that extra tip.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Booty, 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 rocking everywhere.
That is gross.
I don't even know how to see the fucking lens part on here anymore.
Oh man,
Take me out of it.
No.
So yeah, we're trying to do a health kick as well. So yeah.
Feed.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna start with walking.
That's probably a good idea.
It's not much of a kick, but it's a it's a health wobble.
It's a step in the right direction.
And to be honest, I was like, oh god, like what's walking? That's not gonna do too much. I walk a lot at work and to places, and I was fucking exhausted, fam. Like, are you kidding me? I'm sweating. I'm out of breath. My hips hurt. Like, what the hell does that even mean? I've never even said that in my life. I've never said that sentence. My hips hurt.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I literally walk. I mean, it was like 40 minutes, like down and around and then up this big ass hill. I purposely did it to where the hill was there, but so I'm just gonna keep doing that until it's easy.
Yep.
That's my goal right now. And then when it's easy, I'm just gonna try to do it faster.
Yep.
Try to do it like half the time. We'll go from 40 minutes to 20 minutes. So we'll see.
Is Lens not on?
But I'm still gonna eat delicious food along the way, so I might have to walk more than once a day.
Oh yeah. Well, you might have to walk to go get the food.
Yeah.
Tell him to turn his TV down.
That's not his TV. That's his fiance. Can you turn your fiance down?
Hey, can you turn yourself down?
Louder than the background music, fam.
Damn.
But yeah, man. What did you figure it out? Rue's trying to figure it out. If you guys are Patreon member, look forward to Big Rue TikToks coming to you.
I'm trying to find the fucking lens on here to watch this shit.
Are we exhausting Tanya? Y'all are making me tired and lazy, like just talking about exercise.
Bro, it's terrible. I don't want to do it. I got in arguments about doing it. Like, just walking.
Arguments?
Like,
who you argue with, mama?
Like, just because I don't want to. Because I need to do it, but I don't want to do it.
You got in arguments with yourself?
Yep.
or did you go see a doctor and he was like, motherfucker?
I ain't going to a fucking dude. I have to be dying to go to a doctor right now. I'm just staying the fuck away. I got it. Like I'd have to go in an ambulance if I need to go to a doctor right now. There's no fucking way I'm going to a doctor right now.
I felt that. There's no fucking way I'm going to a doctor right now.
Like I would have to be like passed out, unconscious, and you'd have to pick me and put me into an ambulance to get me into the hospital right now.
They shut down a hospital, I think, in St. Charles today over the coronavirus.
Yeah.
I heard that there's been so many cases and outbreaks amongst the staff that they had to close down the hospital.
And do what?
Disinfect.
Would take all the patients somewhere else.
To infect another hospital?
Well, I mean, they can't have it at that hospital. They probably moved all the patients to another hospital and then closed it down. That would be my guess. They can't. They didn't just throw them out in the fucking street.
Oh.
They took him to the prison.
They put them in a mental institution.
Who knows?
You're not
man?
sick. You're just making it up.
They did something with all the homeless people. We still don't know where they went. So
I've been starting to see more of them come back out, just like everybody else.
because they heard us talking about it.
Yep. They were like, "Oh shit, man! We didn't think anybody would notice."
I don't know, man. It's got to do me. We're all out there being essential. Who out there? Who's listening right now? How many of you guys are essential or sacrificial or whatever you want to call it? Out there,
essentially sacrificial.
right? Like that. It's ridiculous how true that shit is, though. Like, oh, they just call us essential because sacrificial. It just sounds bad.
Yeah,
It's only the.
but they're not going to want to do it if we say that we're trying to sacrifice them.
Yeah. Like y'all ain't worth much, so just keep working so we, the rest of the world with money and power and whatnot, can still eat and get gas and pump gas and shit. Stickman Dead Body Man is appearing on the screen right now for everybody who's watching on YouTube.
Oh, I see it. Oh, look at that. I'm beautiful.
I'm essential.
For anybody that all the non-Patreon people, you guys missed a hell of a show. We had a lot of fun with the videos and dancing body mans and ice cream men and all kinds of stuff going on. And now the actual video isn't working tonight, but that's okay. You guys don't need to see us anyway. We're a radio program, not a fucking video show.
Yeah, you don't need to see us.
But Stickman Body Man is fun, and I like to make his mouth move.
I just talked to one of the higher ups today and asked him, how long you think we're going to go through all this before we get shut down? He goes, we ain't getting shut down. We'll go all the way through working. I said, perfect. Thank you.
Well,
He gave me this little stink eye like, what do you mean thank you? I'm like, dude, I like to collect that check at the end of the fucking week versus sitting at home and fucking hope something happens where I get money.
hope you get unemployment. Hope the website works. Hope somebody answers the phone. Hope checks show up.
He's like, yeah, you're probably the only motherfucker. I said, yeah, there's a couple guys around here that would rather be sitting at home and not fucking coming to work. I'd rather be working.
Yeah.
Fuck all that. I ain't trying to sit at fucking home.
I know some people that were like, well, they're probably not now, but the general idea, they heard about the unemployment and how they upped it or whatever. Like, dude, they're gonna get an extra like $600 to be off work. I could stand behind that. Wait, you want me to stay home all week and you're gonna give me $600 more than I normally get? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be okay with that, to make more money to stay home.
I mean, it just all depends on what you're putting into it, though.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But everyone I know who's supposed to be collecting unemployment can't fucking get a hold of it, so they're making zero money, not $600 more.
Exactly. And if you think they're gonna pay back pay, they ain't gonna do that shit. I guarantee that.
Yeah. You're making me tired. I never go to the doctor. I am not. I am to answer Tanya's question. Are you guys doing the face mask thing? There's some crazy ass cool ones on Etsy. Is that right? I have not wore a face mask yet.
I am not wearing a face mask. I have the means to do so, but I'm kind of reserving them for if I start getting sick in any way, then it's like, okay, then I need it to not spread any contagious stuff that I might have going on, whether it be corona or anything. So I'm not wearing the face mask. I haven't this far. I mean, I don't see a reason in it. Yeah, sure, it might help, but the thing, what it is the same thing as the rubber gloves. It's like you're wearing the face mask all day, and then what do? You grab it and take it off. So you have all that shit on your fucking hands. Or you're wearing the rubber gloves, and you wear the rubber gloves to 6 different stores. And you're touching your steering wheel and all that shit with the rubber gloves. You're really defeating the point. Like, you got to go like a step above that. Like, you got to really go OCD with it and like not touch the front of the mask. Like, you got to be real careful with it. You got to dispose of it. You can't just like you go out in the world and then come back. You can't just throw the same mask back on. You got to each time you leave a store, you got to change your rubber gloves, and don't throw them on the fucking ground like a piece of shit, like a lot of other people are doing, or in the grocery cart for the attendants to dispose of. It's just funny watching all these people walk around and thinking they're doing something, because as a whole, society is just scared and full of people that don't know what to do, and they're all oh, look at me, I'm doing something, and they feel better about themselves. It's like, whatever, you're not really doing much.
Wearing a mask makes sense to me, because when you're talking with people fucking spit out of their fucking mouth, and you might not see it, and it gets in your face. So the mask makes perfect fucking sense. But people that wear gloves and they go in the store and they touch every fucking thing, and then they go touch their fucking door handles on their car, and they don't even know how to use them properly.
It's the same as your hands.
Yeah, if you watch a doctor go into a fucking room, put gloves on, does what he does in there, takes them off, throws them away, and goes to the next room and put new fucking gloves on. So when you're at
I guarantee you they're touching their cell phones with those gloves too.
Oh fuck, I guarantee.
And they don't sanitize their cell phones. They don't even think about it.
How many people wipe shit off after they get it back to their house after going to the grocery store? You sanitize all the shit before you put it away?
I do. Like, when I go to the grocery store and I have my list on my phone, I make it a conscious thought process to go, okay, well, I'm going to try and keep this out of my pocket as much as possible, because I've already touched it. Even though I've sanitized the cart, if that's applicable at that point, it's like, well, I need to make sure that I'm trying to only touch this with one hand. It's already contaminated. So when I get back to the car, I'll use some sanitizer and rub it down with it and wipe it off with a paper towel or something like that, and sanitize it after each store.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I just don't wear gloves. I just use a shit ton of fucking hand sanitizer and wash.
Yeah, I'm
my
not
hands
worried about
really
using
often.
fucking gloves, because I wash my hands very often. So I'm not.
Like I said, if I did gloves and I did it properly, I'd go through a box in a couple hours, and then there'd be no more fucking gloves.
That's why they encourage people to wash their hands.
Yeah.
But the gloves are easier to come by than the hand sanitizer.
Not proper amount.
You know what though? Every fucking store has a bathroom in it with soap dispensers in it that are full with soap, and you ain't even got to touch anything.
I still have been unable to purchase hand sanitizer anywhere.
I have not found it
Get
anywhere.
soap.
I mean, I have some because it was sent to me by DoorDash. You know what I'm saying? But if that runs out, I've been looking. I look every time I go.
Yeah, I was at Walmart the other day. They didn't have none.
Oh hell no!
But they had a ton of hand soap.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'm
they don't
like,
have antibacterial hand soap though. I can tell you that.
It's soap is soap. It's gonna do the same.
That's not gonna do the same. But
It does do the same.
it cleans, but it's still not antibacterial soap. That's why it's out.
Well, the thing in my position, yeah,
Shit wasn't
soap.
even a
I
thing
can.
when we were kids.
It's like I could wash my hands at a customer, but the thing is that I still have to touch door handles to get to the bathroom.
No,
I still have to touch
Walmart, they're
surfaces.
open. You walk
no,
straight in and around. It's like at a ball stadium. You just walk right through.
So I'm supposed to leave a customer. I'm talking about when I'm at work.
Oh, when you're
not
at work.
not it. Yeah. Luckily, I wear rubber gloves, and then I have a pair of oil gloves that I use to drag my hose and all that stuff. So like
What are
I
you
had
doing in
two
them
pair.
hose?
I drag them hoses. I drag them hose.
Well, at least you wear gloves.
Yeah. Well, I wear gloves, and then I'll use the oil gloves that I use to drag the hoses and all that shit with. I'll wipe it off with a an oil absorbent, and then I'll use that to touch any door handles I have to. So luckily, I'm not really having to sanitize after each customer anymore. Because I've really stepped it up to where I only go in there with gloves, and anything I ever touch is with gloves. Because I have a limited supply of hand sanitizer, and I'm really starting to get to the point where it's like I really need to start conserving it.
Right. That's how I've been.
But yeah,
I tried to refill my jug at the gas station because the gas station has a shit ton of fucking sanitizer like at the pumps.
Yeah.
So I tried to like open my bottle and fucking pump it in there, but it didn't work because it just turns to foam. So it won't go in the fucking bottle. It just goes all over. My hands were really sanitized after that experiment. I was like, damn it, this thing is so full. Just go into mine. It's stupid. Terrible.
Yeah, for those of you that think you know how to use hand sanitizer, Google it and do it the right way. You're supposed to rub it in until your hands are dry. Don't leave them wet. Another way to stay safe, if you wash your hands, make sure your hands are dry. Do not leave your hands damp. Make sure that they are completely dry as well. And that'll help you survive this coronas.
20 seconds, fam. Right?
Wash it for 20 seconds, yes.
2020
is what they say, but you can wash them longer than that. Don't be afraid to wash them longer than 20 seconds.
Yeah.
They can only help you.
At least 20 seconds.
Yeah, a minimum of 20 seconds.
20 seconds is really a long time. Like, it's not, but it feels like it when you're counting.
Dude, when I worked at fucking Bob Evans and I was doing foods, every time I would go on break or something, I'd have to come back and wash my hands for 2 minutes.
Jeez.
Yeah, you had to fucking wash from elbow.
That's
from
like a whole nother break.
Elbow.
To your elbow?
Elbow, to your elbow.
Where's that? Big Roo got an elbow.
To your elbow. Yeah, you're supposed to wash for 2 minutes from your hand to your elbow.
Jeez. From your hand to your elbow.
Oh, yeah.
He's just in there taking showers at the sink. How clean is your elbow, dead body man?
My elbow is squeaky clean.
And make sure for you that are washing your hands constantly, you will dry your hands out. So make sure you also use lotion and make sure you rub it all the way in until it's dry, nice and dry on your hands. So it works better.
I need some freaking lotion. My hands are getting crusty from so much washing and hand sanitizing.
Now I had a concern about like using lotion and then like saying leaving the house or something like that. Now, isn't the oils what trap the germs on your hands? Now, wouldn't if you like wash your hands and you use moisturizer and then you leave the house, wouldn't that in a sense trap more germs on your hands?
Well, that's why you don't want to put it on your hands and then walk out the door. You want to use lotion when you're going to be in your house for a nice period of time for it to get into your hands and not have that oil feeling anymore.
Okay.
That takes a long time. I fucking hate lotion.
Well, that's why you would do it at night when you're getting ready to go to bed or whatever. You go to bed and then you wake up and...
with lotion all over my face.
No, you would rub it in.
Rub it in, rub it in.
I mean, have you seen your face? You could use a little lotion, bro. It ain't gonna hurt it.
Think my face is dry?
Your sense of humor's fucking dry, that's for sure.
Oh my lord.
Washing hands.
Wash all day long. I wash it while I sing this song. Right.
Yep.
Hopefully everybody out there is washing their hands as well.
And face. Wash your face too. Don't be afraid to wash your face.
That's true. There's so much. Who knows? Just fucking be clean, man.
That's all you gotta do. Literally, all you gotta do is just be clean.
Be clean and just be cautious. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I have to deal with people's food and people. Generally, I don't really have to deal with people anymore because everything's fucking contactless. But you know, what I mean, I just want to make sure I sanitize after each person, basically. Know what I mean? Dead Body Man's over there building a bicycle.
Yes, sir. Well, repairing. I did build one. That is true.
I apologize to everybody like just tuning in and is probably sick of hearing about this fucking shit, but it's hard not to talk about because it's what's happening in the entire fucking world.
Yep.
But the good news is we got a special guest coming up in about 30 minutes. Motherfucking Big Poe. And that shit's going to be super
Big
dope.
Poe.
That's going to be super dope. I know Big Roo's excited. Are you still fucking with TikTok over there?
No, I'm dealing with bowling right now.
You're not bowling. How can you deal with it?
Well, because we got money coming back and we're trying to figure out what we're going to do. If we're going to see if everybody's on board with waiting and see how long this is going to go, or if we are just going to cancel the rest of the weeks that we have and just divvy out the little bit of money that we have getting back. So I suggested that we just make a suggestion to the bowling alley when they open up, or when everything gets back to normal and we're able to finish this, that would they just cancel the summer leagues, let us finish our winter league, and then start their summer leagues up next summer. Because we'll be finishing our league and then turning around starting our league back up again. So I don't know if they're going to be on board with that, or they want to get their summer leagues in, which our summer leagues really don't start till like late June, early July. So
yeah. What up, Robert Mendoza? We're doing good, brother.
Yeah, so I'm kind of in the middle of dealing with this now. I'm getting text messages from I'm the president, from our treasurer. He's the one that actually runs the league.
Trump?
Yeah.
President Donald Trump of bowling?
Actually, I'm the vice president. He is actually
Senor Chico.
He's the president and treasurer.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man. I don't know. It's crazy. What else is going on? Any good news? Anybody got good news? I walked.
I'm still working. Yeah.
Me too. I'm still working too.
I'm still working. I'll be working through all this bullshit.
It's really weird though. Like everything's different now. Like everything closes so early.
The only reason why I wouldn't be working through all this is if somebody at work actually got tested positive for corona. Then we'd have to shut down and sanitize everything.
And then go back to work?
Yeah. Absolutely.
But you wouldn't you wouldn't know though. Nobody's getting fucking tests.
Well, the only thing that worries me is because we got idiots that'll come into work fucking sick. They do it all the fucking time. I've never gotten sick because of people coming in to work sick, thank God, but there's people that come in sick all the fucking time.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, I get it, you need money, but if you would show up every fucking other day that you're not sick, you'd have money.
Or sick days.
Yeah, or sick days, or vacation days, or safety point days to fucking use.
Safety point days.
Yeah.
I don't know, but given in this situation, if you show up to work sick, you should go to jail.
I'm probably
if you know you're sick, and given what's going on in the world, like if you have anywhere near the close to symptoms of what shown for corona, you should just go to jail.
Yeah, I mean,
after they get you out of quarantine.
To be honest, dude, I think I would go ballistic on somebody if they showed up to work and I knew they were fucking sick. I would probably go fucking crazy. Just because of with all this shit going on.
You put me back in the couch.
Like, why wouldn't you stay the fucking home? I mean, you don't come in sick. Like, we got a message board and it says if you have a fever, stay home for at least 24 hours. You got to be fever-free 24 hours before you come back to work. There's people all the time that come into work fucking with fevers, but they just posted this now because of all the bullshit going on. And then we got a new policy in play. As long as you call a half hour before the start of your shift, it's an excused absence. So there's no reason why people shouldn't be calling in right now and not coming into work. We already got 2 people that called in because of the coronavirus going on, and they don't want to come in and chance it, take it home to their families, whatever. So treat them like they have it. Okay, you're good for 15 days. After 15 days, and you're still not coming into work, you need to call us again, and you're gonna use all your vacation time, your safety point days, your personal time, whatever. You're gonna use all that, so you still get paid. But once that runs out, then you're not getting paid anymore. Because I believe these 2 people are actually taking advantage of it, because they're the ones that usually call in. We've got literally one guy, well, he quit now. He got fired or quit. He walked out, so he quit. But this other guy was right behind him. The one guy that quit, he missed a month's worth of work since January. And then one of the guys that is calling in now, he's already missed just about the same amount of days since January. And then the other guy that calls in, he'll get home and he'll start fucking drinking, and he'll call in at 3 o'clock in the morning saying he ain't gonna make it in because he's sick, and you can tell the motherfucker's just drunk as fuck. You can barely understand what the fuck he's saying. So I'm like, dude, if motherfucker you call in and you're fucking drunk, that should be an automatic fucking layoff or something, dude. You're just calling in because you're fucking hammered out of your fucking mind.
Did they say they said that?
They didn't say it, but you can definitely tell they're fucking drunk as fuck, dude.
Maybe they're just so unmedicated.
No, I know this guy. He stops by.
Well, just because you can't prove it, though. So
yes, I can. Yes, I can, because I know him. He stops by he stops at the work, picks up an 18-pack every fucking day. And no, this dude is slurring his fucking speech, but then the next day he's fine. So you're not telling me that you're sick.
Feels better.
For one day, yeah, because you know you're drunk as fuck and you know you got to get up in an hour and you're not going to do it.
Well, maybe they should just let him drink on the job and then he'd come into work.
Yeah, he'd probably kill somebody too, because the guy's not that fucking bright either, so he probably would fucking hurt somebody. I mean, I'm thankful when I was working up at their end that he would call in when he was fucking drunk instead of coming in.
Well, then why are you complaining about it?
But I seen that dude come in fucking hung the fuck over really fucking shitty, and he couldn't do a damn thing right whatsoever. He couldn't even fucking do a dye change. He come over and asked me, what am I doing? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, it happened more than 5 times. And you could tell when he comes in there, he's fucking staggering all over the fucking place. I'm like, how the fuck they let this dude work?
I called into work once. I was drunk and woke up in Chicago. They were okay with it. It was a long time ago. I went and saw a Michael Jackson cover band and ended up partying with a bunch of Oompa Loompas.
That sounds like a fucking wonderful time.
It was.
I would literally call my boss and be like, look, dude, I've been out all night partying with fucking Oompa Loompas. I'm not making it into work today. Sorry.
Bro, I did. Like, I was supposed to be there like 11. I was in Chicago. For everyone that doesn't know, we're located in St. Louis. And I was like, I think I was supposed to be there like 10 minutes. They're like, are you going to be late? I'm like,
like 5 hours late.
I was like, well, I just woke up in Chicago. They're like, what? And she started laughing. Like, me and my manager was like my friend, kind of. Well, I mean, she was, but she was my manager and then became my friend. But I was like, yeah, I got wasted with a bunch of Oompa Loompas last night and just ended up crashing with my buddy. And they're like, what the fuck? They're like, you're fine.
You party with Oompa Loompas, dude. Don't even fucking call me ever again, but just show up for work tomorrow.
Yeah, like, are you scheduled tomorrow? Like, I think so. I should be back by then, probably. Like, all right, well, we can't wait to hear all about it.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I don't think I can get... I mean, I guess now I don't really have to answer to anybody, but if I had a normal job, I don't think I'd be able to do that.
You're going to be at the water cooler talking to yourself, telling all the cool stories that happened the night before.
What the fuck did I just do?
We're talking.
I know I pressed the wrong button and started making highlights on YouTube somehow. I didn't even know I could do that.
Oh, man, I'm tired. Fucking worked hard today.
Did you?
Yeah, I did, actually.
Hard working man?
I was busting ass, man. I mean...
I busted ass a second ago.
Not that kind of ass.
That was from the chicken one, so...
Why is this thing... Oh.
That was from the chicken wings, though. Hey, Robert Mendoza in the chat. The email is therepliconiswatching@gmail.com. So it looks like he's got some dope tracks coming out, man. So yeah, shoot us the info. Let us know what's going on. We'll get the word out and check it out. And while I'm giving out the email address, shoot us an email if you guys got music coming out in the week. Got a new video, new single, new album. Shoot me an email, let me know, and we'll announce it like we do every other musical release every Friday on the Daily Dino right here on the Replicon Radio's YouTube page.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Yeah.
Oh, your phone died? That sucks. You should probably go charge it.
Seamus, you're enjoying the talking mouse on the fucking YouTube channel. I had everybody over there talking. Oh man, I was gonna have video up at least for a second tonight, but it's not working. It's not working, man. So I just gave everybody fucking mouths. I would bring the ice cream truck back, but I don't want to play the music because YouTube would be like, we're taking your fucking 37 cents away.
Right.
But if you guys want to support the channel and you don't want to be a Patreon member, which you should be a Patreon member because it's super dope and you can get all kinds of dope perks for $2, $5, or $30 a month, which is really fucking cheap. You can send us a super chat right now on YouTube or a super sticker, or you can go to repliconradio.com and you can click donate now, or you can just buy some merch, man.
Super stickers are dope.
We got t-shirts and shit. We got stickers that aren't up on the website yet. We got dresses that aren't up on the... We got all kinds of... You want something, just let us know.
We got magnets.
We do. I forgot all about that.
I didn't.
We got fucking magnets.
We have magnets.
Well, we had them at the one event for the first time ever, and then Corona happened. I forgot about magnets.
Right.
I forgot all about the fucking magnets. We got fucking magnets.
And we do got some dope-ass new stickers.
Stickers are ridiculous.
We got some old school stickers.
Vinyl stickers for your windows on your cars or wherever. They're dope.
I got me some right here. I'm the man right here.
What else is going on in the music? Oh, I talked about it on the Daily Dino, but we didn't talk about it on the regular show. The Tech 9 tour got rescheduled, and unfortunately Jelly Roll will not be on it any longer. He is not available for the rescheduled dates. So I know a lot of people will be upset about that.
I'm a little upset about it. I was hoping that it would fall on a weekend, and then they both would be able to fucking get it in, get it done, and I get to go. And no.
But just like when bad things happen, sometimes the good things come of it. So
Imagine Entertainment is gonna pick up the spot, huh?
Well, the Tech 9 tour was already obviously rescheduled for the fall. I'm sure you can find the dates at like Strange Music Inc. or whatever. I don't have the dates in front of me. But since Jelly Roll couldn't make it, they replaced his slot with Ritz, which is dope to see. Ritz is dope, and it's dope to see him back with Strange after not being on Strange.
Not back with Strange, but
back with Strange.
Visiting.
Well, yeah. Back with the crew.
Yeah, back with the crew.
And then Jelly Roll announced that he would be hitting all the cities that were on that tour, just on a solo tour.
Sweet.
With different dates, because
better get a weekend, Jelly Roll.
He went into a big... He probably will be, or at least close, because he went into a big detail about it on a live feed, talking about how, if anyone's ever paid attention, he generally doesn't tour that time of year because he wants to be there with his family when his daughter starts school, and he's there for like the first couple of weeks, and all kinds of stuff with his family, and I guess they do like a family reunion, and a lot of things with his family that he doesn't tour that time of year. He'll do spot dates or weekends and whatnot. So he said that's probably what it'll be. So he's still going to hit the road once everything clears up. It's just not going to be able to do it with Tech, unfortunately. So
you want to give him the email? Repliconradio.com, or was it Replicon?
Are you responding to the thing I just responded to?
Oh, you did already.
Yeah. The Replicon is watching it.
Yeah. I was
Jesus, do you even listen
giving
to
out
the
our
show,
Facebooks and our fucking Instagrams and our fucking whatever. That's where I was going.
That would be dope, Seamus, if you upgraded to the t-shirt tier. T-shirt tier is the best. If we get 50 people in our t-shirt tier, we might actually make some money. So if you got 47 friends, send them on over to Replicon Radio. Patreon.com/Replicon Radio. What else has happened in the music world? Ouija Mac just announced another new album. It's like his 700th since he's
on that Tech 9 roll.
Yeah. But at least he does it. He puts out a lot of music, but technically he's not putting out like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Water Damage was his record, his album. This is my album.
Right.
And then I have all this other stuff as well. These little mixtapes or like collabo projects. He had like some, like 5-song thing. He did that Staying Alive remix. That shit's dope. I don't care who you are. But then he just announced Walk to Wasteland 2. Because Wasteland is obviously the big album. So this is the Walk to Wasteland 2. It's available for pre-order right now. I think it comes out next month. It comes out next... Yeah, here it is. It comes out May something or other. All kinds of different bundles and shit. And he took a page out of ICP's book and says if you buy 5 copies... For every 5th person gets a special CD, or if you just buy 5, you're guaranteed that special CD.
So, are you?
Yeah.
I mean, I know what it says, but
just like they did with Brother, and just like they did.
You sure
with,
it's not going to be like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy ordered 5 of them, but we're going to skip him. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Yeah, we'll give this guy one.
No,
1, 2,
you're
3, 4.
if you order 5 yourself, you're guaranteed the disc, or every 5th one. That's cool. If you're a Ouija Mac fan, hop on that. I wouldn't say I'm not a Ouija Mac fan, but I'm not I don't care that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care enough to buy 5 CDs. I'll listen to it when it comes out on digital, but I probably won't buy one. But he does put out some dope ass merch. I can't front. Like, Ouija Mac's got some fire ass merch.
So expensive.
It is a little expensive. Some of it. It's hit or miss. T-shirts are expensive, but then you get like a basketball jersey for like $40 or something. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah. So you pay $40 for a T-shirt.
Yeah,
so
$30 for a T-shirt or $40 for a jersey.
So he could afford to drop the jerseys to $40, huh?
Faux show, but whatever. I mean, I appreciate the hustle. It's dope that he's constantly putting shit out. He's got dope merch.
Yeah, I mean, fucking if people are buying this
I just
shit,
don't
man,
think he's
keep
like
raising
the whole
prices.
like people thought it was kind of fucked up when ICP did it twice. Like, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? You want people to buy more shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but it's silly. But see, like, I don't think he's not to that level yet. He doesn't deserve to tell people to buy 5 CDs to get another CD. You know what I'm saying? Like, people think it's rude when the big band does it. I think it's even more rude when the little guy does it.
Right.
But at the same time, if we could get away with something like that, I'd totally do it. Like, y'all gotta buy 5 T-shirts to get the special T-shirt. You know what I mean? Like, super limited edition exclusive Dead Bodies phone T-shirt. I think he fell asleep.
The body man.
Yep.
Probably set the phone down and took off.
Maybe.
I'm right here.
He's right there sleeping.
No, I'm right here. I was listening to you talk.
I'm looking.
Every once in a while, you get real muffled, and I can't hear what you're saying.
I'm not saying.
And then eventually,
you're right.
You
Where?
what?
You're not right here.
I'm right here.
No, you're not right here.
He's looking. He's
I
looking
am.
at your seat.
You're not right here.
Well, no. I'm not right there where you are. I'm right there where I am. I'm right here where I am. We're both connected through that. If you look straight across to your left, through that little mixer box, we're all connected through there.
So you should hear me right now, right?
That mixer box is Corona.
Ugh.
Corona! Ay-ya-ya-ya-ya!
Better put a mask on my cord.
Nope.
I don't want
We
to
have
get
to
the
put mask
corona.
on a mic.
Mask a mic.
Mask
Oh,
on mics.
shit.
Mask of mics. Mics of masks.
Mix master mic.
You know who that is?
Mix
Sounds familiar.
It's Mixmaster Mike. Mix.
Grandmaster Flex.
Grandmaster Flash. Famalama Ding Dong. Famalama Ding Dong. But yeah, man, we, I don't know. We got a special guest coming up here soon, so we're probably going to have to take a quick pause for the cause, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah, what I mean?
You got what I mean, though? Pull up this little image. This imagery here. Rue, let them know what happens when we take a break.
Yeah, so for those of you that are signed in over at YouTube, you will not be able to hear the music. You will have a little standby, little spinny little circle on your screen, but you won't be able to hear any audio. So if you would like to hear the tunes, head on over to repliconradio.com and click live, listen live. Just click the link that's actually today's show. It says 4620 on it. Just click that little link there and you can tune in and you can chat with everybody and you get to listen to all the tunes that we're playing.
That's true. But we will be back.
Did I give you enough time to pull everything up with that?
Fuck no.
Oh, well.
I mean, yes, you did. I just can't find it. Oh. Technically, you did. I just can't find it because.
So the link is Big Poe.
I renamed it to make it easy to find.
Replicon Radio.
No, I don't know what I named it. Oh. Makes sense, right?
Yes. Because if we play music over at YouTube, we get monetized for that, and they are demonetized.
That'd be dope if we got monetized for playing music. I'd play music all day, every day.
And
like
so,
some people do.
And so that hurts us a little bit. So we just go ahead and not play it over there. We just pause the stream and we play it over at repliconradio.com, and you can listen to it all there.
That's right. If you're listening to the replay on Spotify or iTunes or Google or Stitcher or any other streaming services where all the replays are available, none of this matters to you.
Right. You don't hear any of the music.
You're just going to hear us talking about it and be like, why are they talking about this for so long?
Well, at least they know what to expect if they ever listen live. You know, when they decide to tune in on Monday instead of Tuesday.
If you're not on YouTube, you should definitely head on over to YouTube and at least listen for a little bit. Give us a play, give us a like, leave a comment in the comment section because that shit helps.
Give us a thumbs up.
A little share here and there. And check out all of our dope other videos available, like movie reviews, food reviews.
Give that bell a little ring.
Live show
Subscribe.
footage. All that fun stuff, man. But yeah, so everybody over in YouTube land, we will be back with Big Poe. If you want to enjoy the music, head on over to repliconradio.com, just like Ruth said.
That's right.
Boom, boom.
Let's do this.
Boom, 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 boom. Replicon. Replicon. Yo, what up, y'all? What up? Hey, we're back. How are you? How you doing over there, Big Roo? Did you enjoy the musical break?
Yes, I did.
Me too.
It was very enjoyable.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. I like all that shit, man.
I do too. A lot of good stuff. A little bit of country, a little bit of kung fu, a little bit of Whitney. Sorry we cut you off. That new music video for No Time dropped today, by the way. You guys go check it out.
Yes, sir.
If you haven't already, man, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you could, go ahead and share that link out. Get some more people going in the chat room here. And all that fun stuff. We would really appreciate that. YouTube comments and whatnot. And if you guys have any questions or anything, go ahead and submit them, man. If we don't get to them right away, I'm definitely going to do my best to get to everything.
Every question.
So if you guys have questions or anything, please just leave them all in the chat room and we'll do our best to get to everything. We appreciate you guys doing it and sharing it out. But as we mentioned, we do have a very special guest on the line right now. So everybody go ahead and give it up for Big Poe.
Yeah, yeah.
Boop, 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 boop.
What's up? How y'all doing?
We're doing great, man. How are you, brother?
Man, I am blessed considering the situations. You know, I told I told folks when all this chaos started happening, this virus started breaking out, man. And I call my people that follow me po folks, and we gonna survive no matter what, man. Like, long as you rich in spirit, and no matter the circumstances, you keep, looking up, keep your head up, man, you gonna make it. So I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be alive today. Blessed that nobody in my family has caught the virus, and everybody's still going strong. Not saying that it may not, happen in the future, but we blessed over here. We may not have everything that we want, but we got everything we need. You feel me?
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Amen to that. Yeah, shout out to all the Po folks listening. I see a couple guys joining our chat room over here. Hashtag Po folks. We appreciate you guys tuning in.
Yeah, that's my people, man.
Po does too. So should I just so you prefer to be called Big Po, or you prefer us to refer to you as Keith?
It's Po, man. Just call me Po. Yeah.
Big Po. Just wanted to make sure, man. But yeah, I want to say thank you. Appreciate you taking the time to hang out with us here at Replicon Radio, man, for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh man, anytime, man. Like anybody that's out here trying to promote this music and grow this thing, we appreciate it on our end too. So
absolutely. Well, let's just jump on into it, man. Essentially, what we like to do, brother, we like to, we really like to get to know people. We want to know the story. We want to, learn how we got this far. So, like, I just want to take it back. You're from West Monroe, Louisiana, right? Like, that's
right. Yeah, I was born and raised in West Monroe, Louisiana.
That's famous for two things, not just Big Po, right? It's famous for another family.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I live probably about an hour south of the Arkansas line, man, in north central Louisiana there. So I ain't but about an hour from the Mississippi River in Mississippi, and then about an hour north is Arkansas, and about an hour to my west is Texas. So if you're familiar with Duck Dynasty on A&E, I live in the same town as those guys. So
you grew up,
everybody knows that.
With them guys?
I ain't friends with them like that, but I've run into them at the grocery store, the dollar store. I live the road that Willie Robertson lives on. I live right off that same road, and I actually live in Union Parish. We got parishes in Louisiana, not counties. So I moved out in Union Parish probably around 2006 or 7, and then that's where my daddy stayed out there in Union Parish. So. I'm out there on the bayou. I live on Darbone Bayou, right there next to Darbone Lake, man. Out in the middle of nowhere.
It's actually called Doggone. Like, it's not just a slang word.
Yeah, it's spelled like D''ARBONNE. So, I'm about 10, 15 miles from a dollar store, but that's the way I like it, man.
That's awesome. So coming from, West Monroe, Louisiana, home of the Duck Dynasty boys, hanging out on the bayou, it probably wasn't necessarily thought of that you would end up as a hip hop artist. So, like, how?
Man, yeah.
How did that?
Yeah, let me explain that. So, as a kid, I'm like 5, 6 years old. Imagine my mom was in a Mustang taking me to the daycare, and she, I was raised on country music, so Hank Williams Jr. and Alabama and George Strait, George Brooks, all that stuff, Merle Haggard. My daddy was a big Merle Haggard dude, so that was the first love I had, and when I really started loving music, it started with the country music. Then in about 1993, I'm 12 years old, and, The Chronic comes out, and Doggy Style comes out by Snoop, and NWA, and before that, I had started following that, and just, I fell in love. I was in the mirror doing the Snoop Dogg, like wearing Cool Water cologne, and so, I lived right outside the city, and we still had, like, deer dogs in our backyard, and stuff like that, but I fell in love with hip hop, man, and then I got into the Outkast like in 96, 97 into the UGK, and really fell in love with the whole Houston movement. So, and you can hear a lot of that in what I do now. So what I like to tell people, eventually after that, I started getting into Guns N' Roses and Metallica and, all that stuff right there. And if you mix all that stuff up in the pot, you get a gumbo, and that's what you get with Big Poe. You get, Leonard Skinner, and I love Southern rock, all that stuff. You mix all that up in the pot, then that's what you get with my music.
That's that gumbo soul right there, huh?
Exactly.
That's what's up.
That's that gumbo soul right there.
Yeah. So I heard a story. I'm sure you can tell it better since it's your story that I heard. That you kind of got started. Obviously, you were enjoying the music, but you kind of got started like wanting to do the music and rapping. It was like freestyling at parties and stuff like that with your old buddy, Mr. Broadnax. Like, is that kind of
yeah, man. Yeah, actually, he's, I first started seeing him at parties doing that, and I was like, man, I want to do that, So I was like, shoot, I'm finna, start trying to do it. So I started trying to do it, and that was about the time like the Houston, the Slim Thugs, and the Zeros, and all the Paul Wall, Chameleonaire, and all of them was real hot, like Big Pokey. DJ Screw was a huge influence on me as far as on the hip hop end. So yeah, man, like we used to go to parties and do that. People used to be like freestyle for us, and but them same people that wanted you to freestyle would probably talk about you after you walked off. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't really accepted that a white boy be involved in hip hop, which led to me and Broadnax doing a lot of shows where we was the only white dudes in the building. Like we're opening up for David Banner and Mike Jones and people like this, Fifth Wall Weeby, like all kind of people, man. And we just, we was the only white dudes in it because, these guys nowadays don't understand, like, we didn't have internet back then, so we had to go to and the only people was doing hip hop music was at the black venues.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just couldn't go and just, you know what I'm saying? It just wasn't like that, which led to, I've been shot at, all that. Like we've done a show and a homeboy that was with us, he got shot. And we had to rush him to the hospital. He had 2 holes in him. Like we really had to go out there and out there and do these shows, you feel me? Was none of this that we have today.
Yeah. And that's basically, I mean, and literally it was just because you're like down in the South and you guys were just the wrong color in the wrong neighborhood, essentially, right? It wasn't
right. Well, you got a lot of racist people in the South, bro. Like I won't deny that or none of that. Like I get it, but I think we were a part of the generation that we overlooked that. We whether our parents or our parents drilled it in our heads or whoever's head, that was the generation that said, hold up, and I think hip hop had a lot to do with that. It broke the barrier.
Absolutely. I think the music
it
had
broke
a lot
the
to
barrier. Yeah, absolutely.
Because we did the same thing here, essentially. Like you said, I was super into rock, and then I discovered Snoop Dogg on cassette. You know what I'm saying? And that was a different, you know what I mean? And we're not even in the South, but we're like in the suburbs, which was almost like the South back then. You know what I mean? But then even you have like pop music nowadays, like Halsey talks about, she was raised on Biggie and Nirvana. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Those worlds were coming together, and music definitely helped.
Like, I had that Guns N' Roses Appetite for Destruction tape when I had the Vanilla Ice. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, I think, what you're seeing now with people that are my age, and I've been in the game for a minute, but I ain't really been hard at it but for 5 years now, really. When I finally got right, because I was stowed off on drugs for so many years. I was locked up, doing a lot of time. I stayed on paper, like I was that thug, I was that junkie, you know what I'm saying? And I shook back. So, I'm blessed now to be able to still do this music, and actually do something with it, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. No, that's awesome. So back then, like you're talking, like high school days. You and Broadnecks, you guys kind of started a group, and you guys actually, for people like you guys were so like things were so kind of crazy. Like you guys actually went to a high school, and your like team was the Rebels, and they had Confederate flags.
Yeah. So yeah, we were the Western Rebels, man. And the thing is, like I used to go pick up my black homies and bring them to practice, like, you know what I'm saying? And back then, nobody said nothing about that. We used to fly the Rebel flags on our trucks to go to school the day of the games. You know what I'm saying? That was a thing. And then we would create a flag line where all the kids that didn't play football would attach a Rebel flag in the back of the truck, and they would create a Rebel line, like when they drive by the stadium and all these trucks would be flying the Confederate flags. We didn't think nothing of it. It wasn't a big deal because we didn't look at it like that. We didn't look at it as a race thing. We looked at it as we from the South and we were rebels.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't look at it no other way. And I get it how people do. But I have a Rebel flag tattooed on my right hand. So, and people that know me know, like, there's bad apples out there, man. It is, but I don't view it as what a lot of people view it as, and I get both sides of it. But my side, if you know me, I love everybody. There's no color barrier. With me, that you just kind of. I think people overlook that. You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely. But I mean, it definitely paints a picture of the environment, at least. Maybe not your personal group, but the environment that you grew up in, and then to become, kin to being into hip hop and stuff like that, which is definitely
right. And on top of that, my great granddaddy, has backtracked our history and really dug into it deep. I have certificates of people that I'm kin to that fought as a Confederate soldier.
Wow.
With all the people that I'm kin to that fought, they came from Orange, Texas, down there around Port Arthur, where UGK's from. So I have those certificates of people, and my thinking is this: they didn't know what they were fighting for. They did. A lot of people back in those times, they couldn't really think for themselves because a lot of people weren't educated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they were fighting that war regardless of what people want to say this and that. I have bloodline that died over that flag. So, but they didn't, I don't want to think about, I don't attach race to it nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. I would rather be peace and love than taunt people. So I don't go flying and, everywhere, this and that. Now, you're going to see it. If you see me in a picture, you're going to see the rebel flag on my hand. You're going to see the American flag on my left hand. But I think people know who I am, and that, as long as you keep it 100, bro, these people can see the fake. They can see through the fake.
No, 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%, man, for sure. It's just crazy to even think about, especially, just that area. So obviously, back to so you saw your homeboy freestyle and you kind of wanted to get into it, started doing it. So what led from you just seeing Broadnecks rap at parties to you actually rapping to you guys forming Wood Ready? Like, that's kind of how it all kind of began, right? Like, that's where.
All right. So what we used to do, we before we had studios, before we had the studio, we used to take the karaoke machines with the 2 tape decks, and we used to put tape over the top of the tape.
Oh, yeah.
And we have the track playing over here, and so we could lay our vocals over that. So we had a little microphone and 2 tape decks, learning how to record. That's how we first started learning how to record. Now, eventually, like in 1997, Broadnecks recorded 1 or 2 songs, and then we all started doing it together. And it was probably like 97, 98 maybe, when we first went to a real studio. Now, he had before me, but where we did together, probably 97, 98. And that back then, we recorded on the ADATs, which were VHS tapes, like the big ones. And so we used to have crates of all those VHS tapes. But we had a lawyer named Joe Guerrero there in Monroe, Louisiana. You got Monroe and West Monroe, you got the Washita River that divides Monroe and West Monroe. And so he was an entertainment lawyer, and somebody got a couple songs that me and Brown X had done. And he contacted us. He's like, look, I don't know anything about hip hop, but I can compare apples and oranges, and you guys, something about you guys stands out. So we ended up signing an entertainment deal. It was like 7 years, which maybe 99, 2000, we went up to Nashville, Tennessee, and recorded the Wood Ready album. And I really had it on my mind back then that, look, I'm country and I'm hip hop. Like, what I do, you know what I'm saying? Like, but at that time I was sipping syrup and popping pills, and I didn't know what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I was so caught up in that Houston lifestyle that we just did that's what we did. You know what I'm saying? So. But the wood ready, the wood makes paper, paper makes money. We from the woods, we from the country. That was done, late 99, and here it is 2020. But, that's what led up to the Wood Ready getting done. Many of them did that. We had a couple of offers on the table, this and that. But they all wanted to change who we was. They wanted us to dress up a certain way, and we never wanted to be the sellout type, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So, nothing kind of come out of that whole deal.
That's what's up.
So you were, so you got this, so he's like backed you guys, which I was, you were what, 20, 21 years old, you got financial backing, and you're just out there just kicking it, like.
Right, but we wasn't taking it serious like we should have, because, like, I remember when we took one trip to Nashville, like, we took multiple trips up there to record the project, and, like, we was taking hella drugs, like, big pints of syrup. Yeah, we took Xanax bars, like, you know what I'm saying? So we wasn't really on it like we should have been. We was so caught up in that lifestyle that whole album could have been way better. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. But it is what it is, it's one of those things.
So then after that, you just kind of got like deep in the drugs and stuff, or you guys still doing music?
Well,
or you just
so let's see, like 2005. So we got, we started, man, I was making trips to Houston, H-Town, and I got caught up in making money, man. I was doing whatever I had to do on that end, and next thing you know, I done got serious. And so we caught a charge or two. Had a dude wear a wire on me one time. Wow. And so, I kind of backed off the music. I got really bad off, and in 2005, I was still bad off, but I did a little project, which I don't have a lot of those records now, but I had a single called Chillin' in the Summertime that was on the radio that they played heavy in Monroe. And I did that album, I think at that time I had opened up for Bun B when Pimp C was locked up. And that was, one of the last shows I did for, I don't know, till 2015 maybe. So for 10 years, man, I was gone on the drugs. I was gone real heavy, and I kind of straightened up about 2007. I got a job on the pipeline, and then I started directional drilling. And in 2008, I was dabbling in the drugs, this and that, but I was really focused on making money. I was making $2,500 a week, sometimes $3,000 a week on the pipeline. So I was making good money. But I took off one weekend, and I came home, and I went out to the club, and I got tore up, man. I was eating pills and drinking and smoking. And then on my way home, I got about a mile and a half from the crib, and I flipped my truck, and I got ejected out of the driver's side windshield, hit the asphalt, and I broke my back, broke my shoulder, broke 6 ribs. I got airlifted to Shreveport medical center in Louisiana, where I wouldn't learn how to fully walk again for 3 years. I ended up I woke up in the hospital, and it took about a week because they couldn't do surgery for a week because I was in such bad shape, and they had me on so much medicine and the trauma and all that good stuff. But when I woke up, I realized that I couldn't move my right leg, my left leg. I couldn't move none of it, my toes or none of that. And I was like, man, what have I done to myself? Like, Lord, what I got to do? Like, you get me out of this, and I'll tell everybody what, you know, that you helped me out, whatever. Like, please save me. You know, and then the next 3 years, I went from a hoover around that you drive to a walker to a cane to walking on my own, and occasionally I would fall, you know, and pick and get back up. And but it was a really trying time. I had to learn how to walk all over again. They did surgery. I had a spinal fusion from L1 to L3, which left me with no feeling from my knee to my waist. I cannot feel from my knee to my waist, but he gave me, the good Lord gave me enough in that situation to be able to walk. And so, you know, it was tough when I got sent home and when I started doing my rehab and everything. You know, I had to function daily. I already had a drug problem, so I had to function daily. I used to get 90 Oxycontin 30s a month. I used to get like 90 Lortabs and 90 Clozapines, and this was a monthly process. And then eventually I started shooting a needle, and where I overdosed a couple times. One time, you know, when I had my wreck, I was married, which, you know, we ended up getting divorced because of all that. And I lived in a camper on my mom's property. And I had got my pills, got my medicine. I used to slang them or take them, and they found me passed out in my camper, choking on my vomit. Like, I was barely breathing. They called paramedics, brought me, drug me out of the camper there. It was a little small camper, and they hit me with the EpiPen, you know, with the, for the drug overdose. And, you know, I woke up and just, you know, I survived a couple of those instances. I remember one time I was doing time up in Union Parish, but because of my physical situation, they would let me do the weekend thing. And I had a little apartment, and I shot up one time, and I woke up the next day, and I was paralyzed, man, from the waist down. And I remember crawling with my arms to the refrigerator just to get something to drink. And it took a couple days, and I shook back. But it's just like, man, there's so many things that I've been through. They should have took me out, but for some reason the good Lord kept me here. And you know, I like to incorporate that in my messages, man. Like, I got a song that's going to be released Friday called Revelations. It's on Good Friday. And it just talks about how, you know, what if heaven is real? And I stand on my faith because I know I've felt it. I've seen it, you know, and I know where I was mentally. I know where I was physically. But, you know, the next thing you know, probably about 2012 or 13, I started going to a little church down the road. Next thing you know, I'm giving my testimony. I'm preaching to the youth. Sharing my stories with them. I'm singing in the choir. And then, you know, the religion thing kind of got me. And I was like, look, you know, I felt like, you know, my path was to do this music again. And that's when I dove forward in 2015 and put out God's Country. And just like, I don't make music, like I don't talk to save people or none of that. I talk to the people that's down here in the trenches that go through the valleys just like I do. They go through, you know, that fall back into the drugs here, there. You know, I'm that dude. Like I want to talk to them. I want to let them know that the Lord's real and He's done a lot for me, man. And I know a lot of music record labels and this and that say, don't go politician, don't go religion, but I refuse to do that, because that's what's got me where I'm at. It would not be these stories if it wasn't for the Lord, man, coming in my heart and let me know that I wasn't that junkie. I wasn't that dude that they said there wasn't gonna be nobody. I stand up for those type of people, man. That's my po folks, my survivors, people that may not have a lot of money, but they're rich in spirit, man. That's what it's about, man. That's what I stand on.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the track, but you have a track that explains everything about the accident and all that.
Yeah. It's called The Recipe.
That's it.
It's called The Recipe. When
you were writing that, was that a hard time? Was that like something hard for you to write at that time, or were you?
Man. Well, at that time, you gotta imagine, I just came out singing in the choir. I just came from teaching the youth and preaching to the youth. So my spirituality level right there was at a great high. But at the same time, I had to revisit. When I wrote that song, I had to revisit the wreck. I had to revisit all the pain that come with it, everything that I lost. I had a new truck, a great job. I had a family, a daughter, and then a stepdaughter that I was raising. I had to cope with all that, so I had to relive every bit of that. And then the song on that album called Four Walls was a song I wrote about me being locked up and telling my daughter that I was out there working, that Daddy wouldn't be home for Christmas.
I remember,
but I had her some gifts. You feel me? And so that was tough. The Four Walls was probably the toughest song I ever wrote or had to do. And back then I had dirty beats. I didn't have quality recording like talking about. I was blessed to have what I have on that album. If it wasn't for that album and the people involved, then I would not be where I'm at today. But that was a very, very tough song to record, and that Recipe was tough too.
Yeah, when I heard it, I was like, man, dude, just hearing about the accident and everything, I was like, man, that had to be a tough time to even think about going through.
Yeah, it was tough, but for whatever reason, I knew that was what I was supposed to do, is tell my stories and tell, I think music's gotten away from projects or albums or substance, period, man. And I have fun songs, but man, 80% of my songs are a story about me or somebody, or they have a lot of substance of something I've been through, man. So, I make music for the broken people. That I hope I want to give them hope that they can make it out of that hole, because man, let me tell you, if there's anybody that's been through the craziness of this world, or that was self-inflicted, it's me. But I'm living proof at the same time, and a testimony that you can get out that lifestyle, you can make it, that don't never give up on your dreams, no matter if you think it's too late, because it's never too late, man. I'm living proof for people, and that's what I want to be.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I want to be that motivation.
Yeah, I think whoever was watching over you that day with that accident, man, because you got a lot of good songs out there for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. And you imagine being a 27-year-old man, 28-year-old man, and next thing you know, you can't walk, you can't put your pants on, you can't go to the bathroom by yourself. It'll humble you.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
And a lot of that turned me soft. It turned me soft in a humbling way. Because I was that dude that was fighting, catching, battery charges, fighting dudes, and I didn't let nobody talk sideways or nothing. And then all of a sudden, I'm not physically capable of defending myself if I had to.
Right. Yeah.
Type thing. And I was that football player, that powerlifter, state champion football. And then all of a sudden, I couldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. So that was really humbling, and it still is today. Like this rap game ain't. These dudes out here trying to whatever, and it's just like, man, and it'll humble you, man. It'll do something to you, and I think everybody experiences something like that, in their life.
Yeah, I got a buddy
eventually.
of mine at work that actually kind of turned me into the direction of the genre of music that you're doing, like the Wax and Big Smo and Up Church, all them guys are doing, and he kind of turned me on to it, and then I started like looking up other artists, and then I came across you, and then I was told that you were going to be on the show, and I was like, oh my God, dude, that's huge, that's awesome.
Yeah. What was one of the first songs that you come across, or how did you come across it?
Well, we were actually kind of talking. Me and the guy at work were kind of talking. So I started I looked up Big Smo because I heard of him before, and then he introduced me to and I listened to the Moonshine Bandits as well, and then he turned me into the Lax. So then I started looking up the Lax, and then I went to various artists. And then you popped up on, I can't even pronounce the guy's name, but you did a track with him. Apple, I can't even pronounce it. Hold on, I'll find it real quick. I can't remember I came across the one we talked about a couple weeks ago. You were featured on it. You did a feature on it. What the hell's that guy's name? Yeah, it's gonna take.
And you can't pronounce it. I'm trying to think.
I can't. Yeah, I mean it's kind of something that it was kind of awkward pronunciation. It was spelled. I don't know. It was kind of goofy. I couldn't pronounce it. Something like that. Yeah.
Oh, you talking about Appalachian Don?
Yeah, there you go. That's
my buddy Don there, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I came across him and I found you on one of his tracks, and I was like, well, I'll look him up, and then I looked you up, and I was like, damn, this guy's got all kinds of stuff out.
Yeah, man. Like Appalachian Don, Appalachian Don and Big Chuck, man. You need to check him out. They was the first two in this whole game to kind of take me, not really in the sense of under their wing, but they showed love, man, and gave me a little direction, man. And shout out to Appalachian Don and Big Chuck, because Big Chuck, they both my brothers today. And man, just on the production end, I want to give a big shout out right now to City Chief, because, City Chief come all the way from Tennessee at the time, down to Louisiana, and we started on Gumbo Soul, and, we both wasn't at the level that we needed to be at then, but I seen something in him that was like, man, if we can be like the Scatterbrains Jelly Roll, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Of our own style, and so he came down there and lived with me for a month, and we did a lot of shows together. He's a dope artist himself. He played the guitar for me and was my hype man, and like he's a whole artist himself. But his production has really taken my sound, and we really defined that with the Lone Wolf album that we just put out, with the Gumbo Soul album, and now this Post Cephas album that we're working on right now. Big shout out to City Chief right now, because I'm able to do what I want to do, create my melodies, and he just knows where to go with it. So I'm very thankful for him, for Franklin Embry, for the All In album that did really well. There's a lot of producers that have really been a blessing in my career, but City Chief is that guy that's really gets me and understands where I want to go with my sound and with my brand. So
that's what's up. Oh yeah. Shameless plug real quick, since you mentioned it. I'm gonna let everybody tune in right now. We haven't announced it yet, but Franklin Embry and the Bourbon Boys are going to be on Replicon Radio April 27th. So.
Yeah, man, that's my dudes, man. Shout out to Franklin, KG, Chris. Some of us are family, and me and them dudes been in the trenches together. So Much love to Franklin and that whole deal over there, man. They family.
Hell yeah. So I want to back up for a minute, real quick. So obviously we got pretty serious with your accident. And then you kind of mentioned you basically were hooked on the painkillers, and you ended up essentially overdosing in the field, and your family found you, right?
Yeah.
So like from that, obviously that was a huge turning point, and you're like, so like what was it? Like, you know what I mean? Was there like like you were just laying in bed, or like what, you know what I'm saying? Like what happened in those moments?
This is what happened, man. So by that time, I'd take whatever I could get my hands and get high, like whether it be speed, meth, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I had been up for about 3 days, man. And I started seeing shit. I was like, damn. And so I was in that camper. I had walked outside with, my mom and them have a bunch of acreage there, and I was back out in the pasture. We have horses and shit like that. And I seen Phil Robertson, man, standing there with a Bible by the wood line. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, and it's not really there. Like I was seeing people in trees and like just gone, man. And I had been passing Point Assembly of God on Highway 552 in Downsville, Louisiana, every day, every time I left the house or whenever I left. And, I was saved back in 1993 when I was 12 years old in March at Ridge Avenue Baptist Church. My grandparents raised me in the church. I knew where my salvation was. I knew where I could run to and be saved. I just chose not to. And I had been up for a few days, and I had made my mind. I finna go to that church. And so I went to that church, and the rest is history. Those people changed my life. They gave me an opportunity to recover, and just was there with nothing but love and support. And I'm super thankful for the people at Point Assembly of God for helping change my life.
That's awesome. So from that, so you just went to the church and just kind of, they helped you and guided you, and just had like fellowship and prayers, and you just kind of got back on your feet and just obviously, decision you made. Was there like a moment you were like, okay, I'm gonna be cleaner, and I'm gonna start like, because obviously at that point you said you hadn't been making music, you were just kind of doing your own thing. So what was
okay, so all right, so I'll tell you what it was. So we were at youth class. It was me and a couple other people there that taught the youth there, and we did a remake of a T.I. song, a T.I. Rihanna song, and we made it faith-based. And I can't think of the name of the song right now. But it's like, it was on Facebook, everything, and so we did it live, and it's like kind of gave me a little pep, and so I went on a youth trip that was supposed to be all guys, and but they let me take my daughter, and it was up on the Buffalo River, up in the Ozark Mountains in northern Arkansas, and so everybody, we got on the river that day, and everybody got a canoe, and it was me and my daughter in the canoe, and the rapids were kind of rough, it was really rough. But I had never done it before. I didn't know anything about it. And me and my daughter got in the canoe, whatever, and we're going down there, and we come to like our first turn, and like, I'm like, hold on, and she leans one way and leans the wrong way, and then it spills us out into the rapids, and kind of sucked us like maybe 100 yards down. And it kind of, we had life jackets on and all that, but kind of, it was like my daughter, she's little. And anyway, so we got back to our canoe, we saved it and got back in it. And we kept paddling down. It's beautiful there. Like, I encourage anybody that has a chance to float on the Buffalo River. But everybody kind of got together that was on the trip and was like, all right, right up here, there's supposed to be a waterfall. So, we all pulled over to the side, put our canoes on the bank there, and the thing about it though, it was 2 miles. It was a mile and a half, 2 miles up. I don't know what it was exactly, but and at that time, I'm still not great at, I can't walk up hills that good. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and do it. I told my daughter, come on, we're gonna do it. So I found me a big old stick that I could use for a walking cane. And we started, up the trail, and all the people that we were with, they left us because, I couldn't walk at the pace that they were walking. And, so they got way ahead of us, and that was cool. And so we get about halfway up. My daughter says, Daddy, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it up this mountain here. Like, we ain't going to be able to do it. I was like, babe, we going to see this waterfall. So we go up, we 3/4 of the way there, and she's like, Daddy, I can't, and I'm struggling at this point. I said, baby, we done made it this far. We're going to keep on going. Mm-hmm. And so we walked up and we got close, and we were struggling, boy. And we saw the waterfall. And so me and my daughter walked up underneath the waterfall. And I looked up, and just something took over me and said, this is God's country. And I had already been writing before we made that trip for a few weeks, but it was right then, and I didn't know at the time that was going to be the title of my album, my comeback album. And that's how God's Country got created. I ended up kind of not feeling the religion aspect of church. I felt the Lord leading me to a different path, and little did I know at the time that it was just music. And so I did God's Country, and the rest is history. I went out and bought me a camera from Best Buy, shot my first 2 videos. I didn't know nothing about shooting videos. I got me a logo created, and I've never looked back since.
That's awesome, man. And and this is, God's Country, what came out in 2015, right?
Yeah, December of 2015, so almost 2016. So you're looking at 4 years and a few months.
That's awesome.
That it's been nothing but blinders, and I made a lot of mistakes during this path. I've learned, about the game. How the game is dirty. It's cutthroat. People want to win. People do whatever it takes to win. You know what I'm saying? And which makes the way I do it, the path that I take, it's not the quick route. We built this po folks movement one person at a time. These people love me. These people believe in me. They accept my flaws. And no matter what we've been through on this journey, they still have my back and encourage me and come to the shows and bought the singles and stream the music. And we don't have the numbers that a lot of people have. But the people that we do, it's bigger than just this music. And the numbers are coming. The music is there. It's undeniable. It's substance. Now, it's not that in your face. It's not that wow factor. It's soul. And all we got to do is get in front of the people. And I believe what we built is here to stay. It's here to grow. And we're climbing on a daily basis. Just on Facebook. In the month of February to March, we reached over 1 million people. That's something that we hadn't been able to do, and keep in mind that's being totally independent. We don't have the ad sponsored money that a lot of these guys have. We don't have the marketing dollars. We just relied on the music and me putting myself out there on social media and letting folks know that I'm just like them, and we're gonna make it, and just being a real dude, man. Like a lot of these folks you see are it's a big show, But if you wake up every day and do you, it's so much easier. Now the road of entertainer may be a little harder and longer, and it may take a lot more. But we're gonna get where we need to be, and we're gonna be all right. And this movement is gonna be something special.
No, absolutely, man. That's super awesome, and that's definitely the way to do it. We try to strive ourselves, to take the road less traveled and try to keep our integrity, and hope for the long game as well, for sure. So I definitely
your morals and values are obsolete in entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just,
for sure.
But it's what it is. It is what it is.
But not everyone. They're not. I was gonna mention, like, I actually met you for the first time last December when you were out with Rehab, who were friends of mine and yours, and Jericho had nothing but wonderful things to say about you, and obviously you guys had a connection, which is why they wanted to bring you out on the road. So how did you end up meeting up with those guys, man?
Dang, I'm trying to think. Okay. This is how I met Jericho and Danny. Me and Murph and Justin Time were doing a lot of shows together. It was, we were kind of like a little package deal, and they somehow got on the Rehab in Athens, Georgia show right there on the campus of Georgia University. And we opened up for Rehab, and that's the first time I met Danny and Jericho. And from that point on, me and Jericho really started building a relationship, talking a lot and this and that. We got a lot of things in common. And,
absolutely.
He's really Jericho has been a very influential person that I like to talk to, and he's really helped. What we're doing over here, him and Danny and Big Chris have let us get on a lot of shows, opening up for them, which has really, helped us. Because, if you're not in the clicky click, that everybody kind of works in these little cliques. And I decided to do my own thing and kind of get away from any ties like that, and I really appreciate Danny and Jericho and the whole band. Those guys are great, man. They're great dudes, and we appreciate everything they've done for us.
Absolutely, yeah. Shout out to Jericho all day, and Danny. I love Danny too, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So that kind of leads me to another question. Like, obviously, with your guys' similarity with Jericho's Christian background, and you kind of saved your life by going back to church,
right?
But you're not. I mean, essentially, you're not necessarily making Christian music, or
no.
Go ahead.
Definitely not making Christian music. Definitely not. Keep on with what you're saying, though.
No, I was saying, like, what? I mean, is there, like, obviously, like, me and Jericho have talked about this. And well, first of all, like, the trials and tribulations of being a Christian person and as a secular artist, but more like what is your what's your musical goal, like what kind of message or what kind of
well, this is the thing. I don't make music to save people. I'm the guy that believes and knows that the Lord uses people as they are. I am not perfect. I am not Jesus, and I think that's what that's run a lot of people away from believing. Period. It's the fact that they think they got to live some kind of perfect life to love God, and that is totally false. And that is another plan of the devil. And I'm not perfect. I smoke. I drink occasionally. I'm not your typical Christian. And we all grow as Christians. Right now, my level of growth is where it's at, but the Lord is still using me. Now, my ultimate goal may be leaving the music and being more of that really spiritual leader in that sense. But I'm just a messenger as I am right now. I'm not Jesus. I'm not perfect. None of that. I'm a sinner, but I love God and I stand on my faith, because imagine where I would be if I didn't stand on my faith.
No, absolutely. That's true. Absolutely, man. No, 100%. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And this is just my personal opinion, but you say you're not here to save people, and you may not be in the state of in the religious fact, but the fact that you're out there being speaking your own truth in the obviously with the life you've led and the stories we've just told tonight, and I'm sure there's many other stories as well the songs, that's saving people who are going down that same path. It may not lead them to God, but it's definitely you could be saving lots of lives, which is
right. Well, what that's called is plant. It's called planting a seed.
Absolutely.
So I may not save them initially, but maybe I planted a seed that led them to being saved. Now this song that's coming out Friday, Revelations, it'll be available on all digital outlets. The video will be released. We're probably going to drop that thing Thursday night right before it goes live. Available when it's available on all digital outlets. It's going to save people. You're going to get chill bumps. My thing is, and I wrote this thing a few months back, and I asked myself, something come in my head, to say, what if heaven is real? Well, what do you have to lose? What if when your time is up here and you take your last breath, you have an option, and bigger than that, look at the good that comes out of loving like Jesus and all that. Now, man, I'm super flawed, but I love God and I'm growing and he works on me. But the most important thing is he uses me to uplift people that battle addiction. I still battle addiction. You know what I'm saying? I still battle all these things. But it's me being involved in trying to be that positive person and show people where I was and where I am now. And it gives me therapy to keep striving to be better as an individual myself. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely, man. No, that's awesome. So new single and video dropping Thursday night, this Friday, Revelations?
Yes, absolutely. We'll probably drop that thing 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, on the video. Then at 12:01 it will go live on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and all that good stuff. So I promise you this video here, it's gonna touch some people, man. It's songs like this that come to me. It's not just me, man. Like, I don't know where these melodies come from, and I'm just blessed with the gift to paint the picture of what I've been through and this and that. But this song right here is dedicated to all the medical field that are battling this pandemic on the front lines. And all the people that are keeping this country going despite what we're going through. And it really talks about faith over fear. Social media, all this stuff that we became accustomed to every day and using these devices has really worked on us as individuals, including myself. Just how we're brainwashed and how we're the fear tactics. And if you're a Christian like myself, you're not supposed to be afraid of anything. You're not supposed to be afraid of if you're going to eat, if you're going to be clothed, or anything of that matter. And if I get the coronavirus and I die, then that was in the cards, man. That's the way I look at it. But I'm not going to live my life in fear based on what we see on the internet, and none of that stuff, man. I want to go about my life every day, not scared, and being happy, and making the best of the cards that were dealt.
No, 100. That's definitely a really hard thing to do in the times we live in now, especially with the media and everything else trying to scare everyone. And
yeah, there's no getting away from it.
I mean, nobody wants to.
No,
even Christians don't necessarily want to die.
No. Nobody wants to die, but this is my thing. If you use common sense, stay away from people, limit your time away from your home, stuff like that. Like, I'm still not going to be afraid. I am not afraid right now of any virus, any of that. Like, to be honest with you, I think I've already had it. I haven't discussed that, but I was on a flight from Atlanta to Orlando to Indy. I was on the road real heavy, and I remember having like a 10-day period where, and I don't get sick. I hadn't been to the doctor in like 2 years, and I got real sick like that, and all those symptoms just really feel like that I've already had that. But regardless, I'm not scared. I'm not gonna live in fear because of what I see on the internet or this and that. Now, it's a serious thing, but regardless, the way my focus and thinking is like, this is just a temporary home for me. So, I hate to leave anybody, and I'm thankful that I get to leave my legacy and my, whatever you want to call it in these songs.
Absolutely.
At least I get to make a difference, and at least I wasn't that junkie that is still maybe living homeless or maybe locked up. Still to this day, like, I was able to get back focused and make something positive out of a horrible situation, and I hope people get that when they listen to Big Poe, and when they meet me and get to know me, that no matter what they go through, what they've been through, that it don't have to be like that.
Absolutely. No, that's awesome. And that alone, man, like before the music even, or without the music, that alone is accomplishment. Congratulations on getting through that, and surviving and making it through the other side to to learn and grow from that. And
man, it's so many people have been involved with getting me out of that hole. And that's kind of what this Poe folks thing is. Like, it's like, just so many good people I've crossed paths with that have blessed me with a this or that, or a ride, or whatever it may be. Bought merchandise or whatever. So many people have gotten me to where I'm at today. It wasn't something that I did. It was such a collective effort that I'm thankful that the Lord has put a lot of people like that in my life to be able to get to where I'm at today.
That's awesome. Another shout out to all the Poe folks out there. The show. Let me see. I got a couple random questions here. Let me see. But yeah, so just so everybody knows, again, Revelations comes out this Friday, and you just dropped Lone Wolf in January this year, which is out now on all streaming platforms everywhere. Check that out, the Lone Wolf record, and All In just dropped a few months prior to that. So you're just steady putting out music now, so that's awesome.
Yeah, man, I just feel like, especially the path that I'm taking, I'm a big guy on content and catalog. So I just, I love this music. I love what I get to do. I'm blessed to have people around me that support what I do and get behind me 100%. I got a good family, and I got a lot of people like my Poe folks that really, if it wasn't for those people giving me a purpose in my life, I don't know where I'd be.
That's was gonna ask you about. Somebody commented in the chat, but I called him DJ Grandpa, but DJ OG.
Yeah, OG, man. OG.
I remember
man, I met OG.
Somebody legit told me that was your grandpa. Or Jericho told me that was your grandpa, and I believed him pretty much the whole night.
Oh, look, I think I met OG at a Yellowwood concert in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And so we just started out being friends, and then we started hanging out. And the next thing you know, he goes out and gets a DJ, get all the DJ equipment, and the rest is history, man. He's had my back, and we've hit this road together, and he loves music just as much as I do. And he's just one of those dudes that I was talking about that are the people that have came in my path that have really been a blessing to take my career to the next level.
Yeah. And then why did the so if everybody doesn't know, Big Po always performs barefoot. Is that just...
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I don't like shoes, period. And it's tough for me. I'm back and forth from Louisiana to Indiana, but I spend probably the majority of my time up here in Indiana. It's cold. And I don't like wearing pants. I don't like wearing socks or shoes. But the main reason why I don't is because I have trouble walking. I only have one good leg. The right leg is my peg leg. And it just keeps me a low center of gravity on the stage so I don't fall, because I have, I fell before on stage, but, that's one of the reasons. But at the same time, you catch me in Louisiana, I'm barefooted out on the dirt, fishing, or wherever I'm at, I'm barefooted.
That's what's up. Shout out to Danny Beavers in the chat room and Michael Edwards.
Yeah, Danny. Yeah. No, Danny. Hey, he's one of them dudes, man. Like you meet so many people from, Danny. He's from Georgia. I met him a few years back in Monroe, Georgia, and that was another Appalachian Don connection. But there's just so many people that we've met along this journey in this music that have become family. And Danny's one of those people too.
That's awesome. So we got the new single, the new video dropping this week. I'm sure, like I said, we mentioned earlier, you're out doing on the road and on tours and linking up with people. Obviously, everything going on in the world probably put a wrench into some of that. But do you have any big plans for the rest of the year, giving things go back to normal, or for 2020?
I mean, we have shows booked. Like the day, I think we're on April 30th quarantine. We got a show May 1st in Louisiana, but my thinking is that all that's going to get postponed and pushed back even more and more. So my focus right now is finishing this Post Cephas album. We're probably 5 or 6 songs deep on it. We'll probably put 10 or 12 on the album. Me and City Chief been working really hard. We just got one finished up today. It's called Good Thoughts and Bad Decisions, and it's a monster. So right now, we're putting the Revelations video out Friday. We're going to really promote that, and I know this song is going to really help a lot of people that's being affected by this whole pandemic, and kind of give some perspective to what's going on and, what they may need to do. But I'm going to finish this Post Cephas album, and we're going to try to get that thing out in May. It may be the later end of May, but we're going to go ahead and put that out. And then if we're not able to go do shows or tour yet, I'm going to start working on another one. Because my main focus is keeping my purpose, getting new music out to these people because they're ready. So we ain't going to stop. We put about 15 videos out in the last year. Shout out to Time to Re-Up Films. Shout out to Open Heart Productions, Mitch Lang, who's actually doing this video that we're doing this Friday. My majority of my videos have been done by Time to Re-Up. Shout out to Bradwin DeVille. He does a lot of videos for Dirt Rock and the Lax and all those type. Shout out to him. But man, our main focus is wake up and do music. whether it's go do shows or release videos on YouTube, Facebook, promote singles. We're not going to stop. We're just going to keep on going and doing what we've been doing and keep that pace, man, until we get to where we need to be.
That's awesome. So I also heard, I guess, rumors or something you may have mentioned a year or so ago about possibly linking back up with your old partner and doing Wood Ready 2.0. Is that something you guys are still talking about, or?
It's always in the cards, man. It's always in the cards. I can't, right now, that's not on the plate, but I'm never gonna say never to nothing. That's always a possibility.
There you go. That's what's up. Well, I got one more question for you before I let you get back to your family and whatnot. We asked all of our guests the same stuff because we're completely unoriginal and we just like the answers. But essentially, man, you got 3 records, 3 albums that either inspire you as a person or, made a major impact in your life or inspired you as a father, artist, whatever it may be. Just 3 records that you just could not live without. What would they be?
Oh, man. UGK, Riding Dirty, Outkast, Criminal. Man, it's hard to just put 3 in there.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm going to have to go with like a Garth. I don't know, like a Garth. I don't know. That's tough. I want to go rock, but I want to go country. I don't know, maybe a Garth Brooks album from the 90s, because that's when I really tried to start to sing country.
Garth Brooks, The Hits.
The Dance. Well, what was it? Not the Dance. What was that album that had that? Oh, man, I don't know. But I definitely, UGK, Riding Dirty, definitely Outkast, Criminal, were huge influences in my life. And the Outkast is where I get the substance. The UGK is where I get my style and my swag, I guess you could say. But
was it the Garth Brooks No Fences album, I think?
No Fences, man. I remember waiting all night until the next morning to get tickets to a show when Garth Brooks came to the Money Reception Center in 93, 94 maybe.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so I love country music, man. I love rock and roll, southern rock, and I love hip hop.
Yeah, I was never a huge country guy, but Garth was my Snoop Dogg to country.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg was my
Yeah, man. There's just something about that music, man. It was just, it almost had so much soul in it that it was, it was soul country type.
Absolutely. No, that's super awesome. Hell yeah. Well, obviously those are, you put all that together and you throw a little bit of rock in there and you got Big Poe, so that's dope.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this Post-Cephas album, it's got a lot of country and rock influences in it. Definitely got the hip-hop influences, which they put me in the country rap box. But I'm not really no box, man. I'm all that, It just is what it is.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. Well, man, we definitely appreciate you taking the time to hang out with us and tell your stories, and I look forward to all the dopeness that you're going to be dropping this year and beyond. I want to officially welcome you to the Replicon Radio family. You're always welcome here, brother. We got love. Anything you got going on, let us know. We'll try to get the word out and let people know. But if you got any last words, any shout outs, anything we didn't get to, and I definitely want to tell everybody where they can follow you on social media, pick up your music, watch the video this week, and let them know what everything is.
Yeah, first of all, I definitely want to appreciate you guys for having me on and letting me reach out. If a few people here and they follow Big Poe, then that's what's up. If they don't, whatever, man. But I appreciate you guys providing the platform I just want to give a big shout out to, you know, all the people that rock with me, that get behind me and love me and support me in whatever way. Shout out to City Chief, the producer. Shout out to Kelly, my girl, man. She really holds me down. She's really a backbone in what we do over here. My family, and I want to thank the good Lord for giving me this opportunity to do this music, because I love it.
That's awesome, man. And you're on YouTube, Big Po Music, Instagram, Big Po Music.
It's Big Po Music on YouTube, Big Po Music on Facebook, Big Po Music on Instagram, and it's BigPoMusic.com.
Awesome. So make sure you guys go follow, subscribe. You're definitely going to want to check the new single this weekend, or this Friday. The new video is going to drop prior to that on YouTube, so go subscribe to the channel and subscribe to Replicon Radio as well while you're at it.
Absolutely, y'all go follow them, man. Y'all, all the popos, y'all go ahead and get behind that.
Hell yeah, man. Well, we appreciate you hanging out with us.
For sure.
We look forward to talking to you again when the world's back to normal and Big Po's out.
Yeah, maybe we can talk on the release of Post Secrets, man. That'd be dope.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Keep in touch. Like I said, you're part of the family now, so you're stuck with us. For everybody listening, if you're at the website, we're going to play some music. If you're on YouTube, there'll be a brief pause. If you want to head on over to repliconradio.com, you can enjoy all the music playing. We're going to bump a bunch of Big Po for everyone to enjoy and get to know it.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate y'all, man.
Absolutely, man. Thank you
Welcome
again.
to the family.
Much love, and hopefully we will talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. Faith over fear, man. During all these trying times, faith over fear. Love y'all, man. Y'all be cool.
All right, brother.
You too, brother.
Man.
Be safe.
Peace out.
All right, bro.
There you go. So head on over to repliconradio.com, and we're going to play some
Big Po.
Some of that Big Po for you.
Hell yeah.
Again, if you're on the YouTube, the stream is going to stop, and you're just going to get a little spinny wheel. We will be back after the break. If you guys are new and you guys want to hang out, we'll have some fun little banter, and we'll talk about some stuff going on, man. So, yeah. And there we go. Boom.
Yeah.
What up? What up, y'all?
We're back.
How y'all doing? We're back. We're doing it. We're doing a thing. We're back.
Lit.
We're here. I hope you guys enjoyed the musical break from Big Po. And I hope you guys enjoyed the wonderful conversation that we had as well.
Definitely a good conversation.
What up, Gia, in the chat over on YouTube? Thanks for dropping in. If you're tuning in late and you missed the interview, the interview and the entire episode will be available for replay once this live version ends. We are live at repliconradio.com as well as youtube.com/repliconradio. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube, please. We need to grow the YouTube channel exponentially.
For sure.
And we need your help. So if you guys should subscribe to the channel so that way you don't miss out on anything. And then go ahead and share this one or any of your favorite videos with all your friends, or invite them to like the channel as well. We really need your help. And that way you don't miss out on any of the stuff we're dropping, like tonight's live episode and every Monday night's live episode.
Yeah, while you're sitting in quarantine and you're looking for something to do, you can go back and check out all the live shows that we've done over the last, couple of years?
Yep.
You can go check them all out.
Yeah, we're like 3 years old now.
Damn near almost every episode has an interview from a new artist, an old artist,
Why I gotta be old?
an artist that has been out for a while. Let me rephrase that.
There's a lot, man. If you go down the Replicon rabbit hole,
Some people you never heard of before, and some people you might have heard of before.
especially on the YouTube channel, and some of it's organized, some of it's not.
And if you like movies, we did a couple movie reviews, and you can go check those movies out, as well as the reviews that we did.
There's 6 movie reviews up, and another one on its way soon. That's crazy.
Yeah, I watched that.
I got
Should be this week.
breaking news, fam.
How breaking is it? 2
You-
days old?
You don't even know. I don't
3
even know.
days
I don't even know
old.
the full details of it. 10:21 a.m. this morning. Something I tried to connect us with a while ago finally came to fruition, and I don't know the details of it, but so everybody, well, not everybody, but if anybody's been paying attention, we've been doing some movie reviews now and again. They're all from Lionsgate. Every movie we've gotten is from Lionsgate or some syndicate or affiliate or something with Lionsgate. Those are the people we've been working with since we linked up with Bill Moseley and did 3 from Hell.
Yes, we did.
And they've been sending us movies to screen. Well, obviously, I keep saying obviously, like people know shit. They don't. But a few months back, I did some pretty awesome interviews with some pretty awesome people. A lot of our loyal listeners know with Trent Haga and Victoria DeMar and John Lachago, who is who is actually a huge director and writer. Victoria DeMar plays Batty Boop in Killjoy and several other movies, as well as she's a musician. We had a fantastic, like over 2.5 hour long interview. Trent Haga, who is also a writer and director of one of the movies we actually reviewed, 68 Kill, and he's also the actor who plays Killjoy the Clown of the movies. Well, I finally got a connection with the people over at Full Moon, and I believe they are going to start submitting screeners and stuff for us to
Wieners? They're going to submit wieners?
screeners.
Oh, screeners.
So that's what movies. That's what movies that ain't out yet.
Motherfucker said wieners first.
No. So we may have. I know at least one person that will be excited about that, besides me. But so hopefully we'll have more movie reviews in the future from Full Moon features. So that's pretty cool, right?
Yep.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, man, check out the channel because we got movie reviews. I got food reviews up there that are fun.
Yeah, if you like watching people eat, you can watch P eat.
Yeah,
It's gross.
you can literally watch me eat and enjoy it. And I'm gonna start doing way more of them because they're getting popular for some reason, and I'm glad. But yeah, old episodes are up there. We got video clips from like Astronomicon, from C2E2, from Gathering to the Juggalos, Attack of the Ninjas, Night of the Shrunken Heads. We got the super old episodes. Some of the interviews are pulled and they're just on a playlist for you to enjoy without having to search through whole episodes. So that's pretty cool.
That's right.
Not all of them, but some of them.
Some episodes have more than one interview on them.
That's also true. Some episodes you don't even know. Like the old Christmas episode that was never actually said who's on it. I mean, we've told people, but like, people tuned in, but it doesn't like say in the title. We had 3 guests that night, unannounced.
This fucking dog is bothering me.
But yeah, man, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Sorry, I'm trying to pull this out. And mad props to Big Poe for hanging out. Make sure you guys go check him out. Check out his new single and video dropping this Thursday and Friday. That's exciting. All right, Rue, what are you doing, bud? TikToking?
No, I'm just listening to you.
TikTok.
You're the one talking. Like, I'm not going to sit here and talk over you.
I appreciate it if you did.
Why?
Because I need to be talked over.
Well, you got shit to say, so say it. Say it, bitch. Don't be scared.
Subscribe to our channel. That's really all I have to say.
Why you fucking acting scared to talk?
I'm not scared to talk.
I do all the talking.
But yeah.
Because people like to hear me talk.
Shout out to our homie Clownvis. He's live right now. But he's doing don't go over there and tune in, but every other day of the week at 9 p.m. go check it out and tell him we sent you. He does Clownvis. Clownvis to the rescue. It's fun.
Just tell them that the Replicon is watching.
Absolutely. Let them know. But yeah, it's fun. He does it every night during the week at
9 p.m. Central Time.
Central Time.
Here's a little update in the little sports with the MLB. They still haven't decided if they're going to cancel the whole season or if they're just going to play half a season. It's still up in the air right now, as of what I've heard today. The hockey season is probably pretty much done.
Yeah. But they're just not gonna. Are they not? I don't. Obviously, I don't pay attention because I don't care. But they're not just gonna like when that shit's done, like just start.
Well, you got to think of like all the other sports and stuff that are supposed to be going at that time.
Yeah, but they all have their own fucking arenas. They all have their own fucking.
Yeah, but they all don't have their own channels to watch them on. So, if they're not being aired, there's
But
really
I'm sure
no
they can
point.
get like a limited. I'm sure there's plenty of fucking people who are gonna need TV because actors aren't working either.
Actually, what is going on with the baseball, a little further into it, is they're talking about playing in their practice facilities in like Florida and Phoenix. They're gonna play in those fields with no crowds. Obviously, you can't have a crowd in right now, so they're thinking about doing that. The MLB is debating that. They're thinking about doing that right now. They haven't came to a conclusion for that yet. But yeah, but TV time, no, bro. Like 2, 4, 5, all here. They got other shit that they've purchased for.
But I'm saying they won't. Like, people aren't working right now. We're going to run out of shit to watch once everything goes back to
You're
normal.
not going to run out of anything to watch. Because, like NASCAR, they're doing a simulator races that you can watch.
No.
But, like, since baseball's supposed to be more in the season, and if they have a contract with one of the TV stations, they're going to get it over a season that should already be done.
Sure, but I'm sure somebody else will buy like one season rights to something. That's what I'm saying.
Like who?
I don't know. There's a million TV channels.
Yeah. And you don't think they already have contracts with other things?
But maybe.
Like, because just because you're watching an episode of something doesn't mean that they made it yesterday and they aired it tomorrow.
But I'm saying, like, with no one working now, depending on how long this shit goes on, there's not going to be nothing new is being created.
They would be working for things for next year or 2 years down the road. This shit ain't going to be going on all year round.
Well, no, we'll hope not.
It's going to go away eventually. Either it's going to get too hot for the virus to survive or it's going to get too cold for the virus to survive. One of the two is going to happen.
That's true, but
Yeah, one of the two is going to happen. Shit ain't going to survive in 100-degree weather outside. It's a form of a flu. Flu dies out. It's a flu on fucking steroids is what it is.
you're real on steroids.
I might be.
Railroads.
But, yeah. I mean, there's no really sports to talk about right now other than just a little baseball thing that they're still up in the air about. Now that the Olympics are canceled, that's why baseball was like, all right, well, the hockey, it started out with the NHL was like, okay, well, since they canceled the Olympics for this year, we can still probably get our season in, but that's not looking promising at all. If they did that, they'd be playing hockey when they're supposed. The hockey playoffs would have to start when they're fucking. The playoffs would be starting when they're supposed to be starting the season. So they're probably just gonna cancel it.
Shit's crazy.
The NBA's already canceled.
I mean, if they want to, if they want to pay for the film crew and shit, they're more than welcome to air NHL on Replicon Radio. guys can tune into
I don't even know how they would do that.
all games. Same way they do it on any other TV show.
We got cameras, equipment.
I said as long as they're willing to pay for as long as they're willing to pay for that portion of it, they're more than welcome.
They already have that. They would just create their own.
I don't know if they do. I think the TV stations probably do.
No, like, well, yeah, I guess so. Well, they got people at work that actually broadcast from the stadiums.
Yeah, but
I mean, it could be like side contract or
they're more than
contractors.
welcome to air it on Replicon Radio. We can play.
Oh, I'd be sitting front row.
In front of your computer.
Yeah.
There you go. Hell yeah.
Actually, I'd be sitting in my fucking director's chair over there.
Yeah, with like 15 different cameras. Like, camera this one, camera that
Yeah.
one, camera this one.
I'll be telling these
Zoom in on the
motherfuckers,
mic, zoom in on the puck, zoom in
Yeah.
on the puck.
give me this camera angle, give me that camera
I
angle. Hurry
liked
the
it.
fuck up.
I know people hated it. I liked it when they had the fucking thing inside the puck.
The
See
thing
it?
inside the puck.
Yeah.
You know,
Like-
there wasn't a thing inside the puck.
They're like the whatever.
The tracker,
Yeah.
it would like the red little light that would flash across the screen. Yeah, it wasn't in the puck. It was just on the screen. You couldn't see that at the game.
I understand. I know that, but
That
there
was
was
just
a
on the TV.
sensor on the puck to
Yeah,
pick it up on the fucking screen.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty fucking cool.
I liked it because I can't see that fucking thing when I watch a game.
You can probably see it now that you got glasses.
Oh, maybe. This is like golf. The one time I played golf, I don't know where the fucking ball went. I can't see that fucking thing.
Really?
I have a general
They have
idea.
the camera. When you're actually playing.
I have a general idea of where I hit it, but I don't know where the fuck it went. Unless it's close, clearly. Like if it's, But if I hit a good shot, no fucking clue. If I find the ball, it could have been someone else's. I just assume it's mine.
You see, that's like, especially if you go when it's busy and you hit somebody else's ball, they're gonna get pissed.
I've never done that. But somebody else's ball shouldn't be landing anywhere near mine anyway.
Why?
Unless it's the person I'm playing with.
Why?
Because they're on a fucking whole nother fucking...
And you might hit one over in their fairway. You don't hit them straight all the time, do you?
I only did it once, and I did hit it. Yeah, I did. I did really good.
Every shot you hit went
Well,
straight?
I didn't do good, but I did.
Every shot you hit went straight?
For the most part. Like, within my... this area.
Your fairway?
Yeah.
So you was in the fairway the whole time? You better play fucking pro, bro. You gonna put you on the fucking PGA
But
tomorrow.
But I'm saying that I got it in the rough and shit, but it wasn't like on another fucking hole. Like it wasn't that far. I assumed it would be.
Did it go far?
I assumed
though?
I would end up in fucking lakes and shit.
Like, did the ball go far in front of you?
Far enough to where I didn't know where the fuck it was, but not.
Yeah, you can probably see it now. You got glasses now.
Maybe. But it's small. They're small.
Yeah, you can still see it.
I can't see anything.
That's why if you go by yourself, it's a little more difficult. But when you're golfing
Who
with other
goes
people,
golf by themselves?
a lot of people do. It's called practice.
It's called fucking...
You're out there by yourself. You can take
You might as well go to
2-3
work.
shots.
Might as well go to work. You ain't got no friends. You might as well go to work.
Fuck no, dude. Golf is fun. It's relaxing.
Not alone. I couldn't see how that would be fun alone.
It's fun.
Most things aren't that fun alone. You know, it's fun alone watching a movie because nobody talks to me.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the time I don't want to interact with someone, and people do it, and it kind of annoys me.
Right.
But any other time, I don't want to be alone.
No, but
Even at a concert, I want to hear the music, but I don't want to be alone.
Yeah. Usually, like when you got a group of guys and everybody's teeing off, they watch where your fucking ball goes.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to keep your fucking head down.
Keep your head down.
I mean, that's what we all do. We all watch each other's fucking ball, make sure where it goes, so we can find them quickly and keep playing instead of having to stop and look for a fucking ball for 20 minutes.
Batman pajamas. That's right. That's what I let everybody know before I forget, man. Next week, Replicon Radio. We got David Howard Thornton. Y'all know who that is?
You gotta give him a minute to respond.
David, it says it on the flyer too, but it's real small. David Howard Thornton. We got him on the show next week because fuck you. That's why.
We have him on the show because fuck you. That's why.
If you don't know why, then you're not a Patreon. But
That's-
we have him on the show because he's dope for real. But yeah, next Monday, because we do a live show every Monday night. If you guys didn't know, starts at 6 p.m. Central Time. RepliconRadio.com, and then shortly after on YouTube.com/RepliconRadio, because the show starts with a musical breakdown.
I'll tell you the coolest.
That's right, Dead Body Man. Dead Body Man knows the correct answer.
Ding, 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 because he was paying attention in our Patreon show.
Pay attention in class.
It was one of the cool things I did watch over the weekend was it was a youth.
You watched it?
It was a youth drive, chip, and putt competition, and these kids were actually really
That
fucking
sounds
good.
whatever you just said sounds dirty.
Drive,
What?
chip, and putt
I don't know. What,
competition.
I thought you said dry. I don't know what you said.
No,
something was dry.
Driving, chipping, and putting
Yeah,
competition.
that's gross.
And these kids were actually really
And they were
fucking good.
Kids too. It's terrible.
They were really fucking like they were driving the ball as far as I could. And they're like 9. The age range was 7 to 9, and then they had 10 through 12, and then they had the teenagers out there. Them little kids that were like in the 7 to 9 range were fucking crushing the ball on the driving competition. Fuck, dude, they were hitting like 190, 220 yards. Well, 210 was the most. That's what it was.
Did anybody guess correct on the David Howard Thornton? Big reveal right here on YouTube. If you guys didn't know, if you didn't know,
I don't.
David
I
Howard
don't know.
Thornton. There he is. There he is. His name. They call him Art the Clown.
You guys won't see it yet.
Art. Yeah, they will.
I haven't even seen it yet.
You're different than everyone else. You still don't understand that? You still don't understand how that works?
I was seeing it way before half the people were before.
Yeah, but their delay is just the delay. But they see and hear things at the same time.
I'm on the same delay.
But you're not listening to the same audio.
No, I'm not.
That's what I'm saying. So they see it when we show it to them.
I just can't. I'm just telling you, I can't see it.
Because you're not. If you were listening to the actual the show instead of hearing it in person, you would have the delay.
My computer has a delay. That's what I'm saying. I can't see it right now.
Yeah, but if you were
Is
listening,
it
to
not
the show-
making any sense to you?
No, it makes. I understand it.
I know when you said it, they see it. But when you said it, I ain't seen it yet.
I know because you're not on a delay.
But I shouldn't. My computer shouldn't be on one either.
You're watching this live feed. But yeah, anyway, Art the motherfucking Clown from the movie Terrifier.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Essentially iconic at this point already. And we're going to learn all about it, man.
What are we learning?
I don't know.
We're going to learn how to, since he's a clown, are we going to learn how to make balloon animals?
Possibly. Tune in next Monday to find out.
Are we going to learn how to do clown tricks?
Possibly. Tune in next Monday to find out.
I think I'm going to take next Monday off.
All right. Well, then you're never going to... We can still tune in.
I can always go back to the replay.
You can always go back to the replay. That is correct. That is correct. It's always available. Every episode of Replicon Radio is available for replay on all streaming platforms, including Spotify. But you should just watch it on YouTube anyway.
Yes. Oh, go back to talking about the coronas earlier. Did you know that there's a where the fuck was that at? There's a tiger that actually has the coronavirus.
The Brooklyn Zoo.
So yeah, dogs can't get it, but tigers can. Don't make any fucking sense to me.
None of it makes sense.
So I wonder kind of what the difference is.
Nobody is safe, bro.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
the trouble.
I don't know why we both started singing. That's funny. That's funny. And if you missed it, go back and peep out the replay of the interview. We actually leaked another interview that's coming soon.
I still ain't even seen the fucking.
Huh? I've seen it.
I clicked refresh, but I'm getting all the comments, so I don't know why that ain't moving.
What is on your screen now?
Big Poe.
Oh, that's been gone for a long time.
I know.
Did you must not have hit play on the video.
I mean, it's like it left it play, and all I did was switch over.
Like, does it look like that?
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, because it's not playing.
Nah, I refreshed it.
You hit play, it looks like that. You already missed the Art the Clown.
Nah, it'll probably go back. You know.
This is why Big Roo downloaded TikTok, because he doesn't know how to use technology, and we thought it would be funny for him to have an app for children. He's gonna do fun dances. I hope. I sure hope.
I don't know about dances.
That's what you have to do is dances.
No, there's more to it than that.
There might be more to it than that, but you gotta start with dances.
No.
Yeah, you like learn them.
No, you gotta start baby steps, and then you step up to the pros.
Step up 1, step up 2. Channing Tatum.
Hell yeah.
I think you're good. That's what that was called. I'm sorry. I mentioned it well before the interview with the new Ouija Mac. Resistance 2 Hell's Holotape. Don't know what that means, but it's available for pre-order. Oh yeah, are you a MNE fan, Rue?
An MNE?
Mm-hmm. Because April every year is Fam Appreciation Month. So if you want to buy things from Magic Ninja
I'm a
Entertainment,
NME the Illest fan.
NME the Illest is dope. If you want to get MNE merch, April's the time to do it, because you get 50% off all media all month long, besides the new shit and pre-orders.
I got everything else. I guess.
Well, if you don't, all orders you get a free Fam Appreciation Month MNE hat pin.
Oh snap! That's a nice collector's item.
If you're a lady this whole week.
If you're a lady this week,
Well,
this whole week, if you're a lady
this week, or you
If you
like to
pretend to
purchase
be a
ladies'
lady.
items, you get 25% off. And with any ladies' gear purchase, you get a free makeup palette. And then every day this week, you get a chance to win a Madrox sketch card. Well, actually, that ends today. Tomorrow is the start of a new week, apparently.
I like the fact that you got this picture up and you have the front of the hat on and I have the back of the hat on. Same hat.
That is funny.
So if you like those hats that P and I are wearing in this picture on the YouTubes, you cannot find that. It's not available right now. But they might be back later.
They got black and white ones coming.
I want the fucking gray one.
I have one of those.
Yeah, I told you to get me one, and then Jamie grabbed it because he wanted to wear it, and then he left it behind the fucking merch booth, and it wasn't for sale. And even if it was like a fucking extra small.
Extra small. Yeah, Stickman U is on the screen, buddy. I'm gonna make stick figures for everyone, probably, I guess.
No, he looks good to dress.
He does.
He wouldn't.
Look at that's a good. Those Replicon radio dresses are available for purchase. They're just not on our website, so.
And they're not on Dead Body Man either. They come in a nice sealed package for you.
I'm sure if you pay extra, we can get them on Dead Body.
So let me ask you this: when this coronavirus is all done and over with,
yep,
and we can actually go back to normal life,
where are we going?
how normal do you think it's gonna? How long do you think it's gonna take you to actually go back to be like a normal and forget about not being as cautious as we are now?
I probably me personally, or like the world.
You personally,
I don't know.
like, are you gonna be afraid to like go into fucking like places?
No, but I feel like concerts and
That's what I was gonna bring up, dude.
I feel like normal shit could go back to normal
right,
for the most part, but like concerts,
gonna be different.
yeah.
That's why I don't know about the gathering right now, man. With that coming up, I mean, I want to go for sure, but at the same time, it's like, do I really want to go? And chance,
I really want to go.
the opportunity.
I want to go extra now because I can't go anywhere else.
Well, I understand that, but I mean,
I want to go on like 10 vacations now.
I mean, it's just gonna be like, especially being out there and dirty, because you know it's not clean out there.
Yeah, but it's not.
I'm not meaning like. I mean, some of the people aren't fucking clean, but
I
just
feel like it's
the
not like
dirt and everything rolling.
I mean, yes,
blowing
it's dirty,
around.
100%, but it's not. I mean, unless you're at a mosh pit, you're not like running around touching people.
Bro, you're
But
touching
how?
people all
But
the time.
I mean, the real question is how. When it's done, how done is it? That's what we don't. We don't know the answer.
I bet we still.
We don't
see-
even know how not done it is now.
I bet we see people wearing like masks like they do in China and shit. Like 90% of the time when they're out in public.
I can see that.
I can see the gloves going away, but probably the mask will probably become more popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Do you think like these stadiums are gonna actually get packed full of people at like sporting events and stuff?
Yeah, like I know. I don't.
Do you think these
It's not
bars?
just gonna be okay. We're good.
Yeah. Do you think these bars are gonna get fucking slammed?
No, because even the way they're talking now, and we don't have I mean, we literally don't have answers. We don't.
Right.
They, like the people.
Nothing.
The people that know what's going on don't know what's going on.
They might, but they just don't want to tell us. So
I don't think
we
they
don't
do.
panic
They
more
have
than
a-
we already.
I think they have a
are.
general idea, but they don't know
Right.
the full answer. But even they're saying it's even if it goes away, it's coming back for sure.
Yeah, but we're right now.
We're just gonna be prepared,
Yeah, right now we're just trying to find
and
a vaccine
hopefully
for
we
it.
have a vaccine by the time it comes back, or not long after it comes back. You know what I mean? So they're saying 18 months.
That's why we're quarantined now, so we don't have overpopulated hospitals with coronavirus. That's why we're trying to get this shit under. We're trying to control it. Is what we're trying to do.
Yeah, and then be prepared next year when it returns.
I mean, it may not return. We don't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a possibility that it will,
Yeah,
but
I mean, they're pretty sure it's going to.
yeah, but it may not.
And it might be something I think someone, I mean, obviously, like I said, I don't know. I have no fucking idea. All I know is what people say, and half the shit people say isn't even true or fact or whatever.
For real.
But I know someone, I don't know who the fuck it was. I see shit everywhere, but someone said something about basically, they weren't necessarily talking about, like, what we're talking about, but they made a good analogy to what it is or to what it's going to be. You know, like they come up with a vaccine or they come up with a cure, but the fact that it's a virus, and viruses generally don't go away. We just kind of, you know, either learn how to deal with them or push them to the side, like HIV.
Right.
HIV is a virus. You know what I'm saying?
Which Magic Johnson seems to be doing very well with.
But it's still a thing that we, you know what I mean? Not everybody. Obviously, most people don't get it. But if you do get it,
Well, no, because we have things that
you have
prevent that.
you have the chance of. But HIV causes AIDS. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This shit causes COVID-19. You know what I mean?
What is this shit that causes it?
Whatever the fuck it's called. SARS-2 is what it's
Is
technically
that what
called.
it is? SARS too?
Yeah. Yeah, coronavirus is just a general name of a certain kind of virus, and there's a whole bunch of them. So this one is this is SARS-2 is the virus which causes COVID-19, which is the coronavirus disease 19. So I'm assuming there was 18 more before this that we didn't know about.
Actually, I think the
So what is COVID-20 going to be like?
I think the 19 is just because that's when it started.
It could be. I hope. I don't know. I honestly
Because
don't know.
I don't know if it was Dead Body Man and I were talking about it, or if it was somebody else I was talking to. Because I'm like, dude, where the fuck is 1, 2, 3, 4, fucking 10, 9, 20? You know, where the fuck are all the other ones at?
Yeah.
You know, we didn't flip the fuck out about everything else. But I'm pretty sure the 19 is just because that's the year that it started. I could be wrong. I might have to look it up and see if I can even get that answer. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the answer.
I might have even heard that on a fucking video somewhere. Not saying that I trust that either, but
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what's true, what's not true. I don't know what's conspiracy and what's
oh, dude, there's so many fucking conspiracies out
what's
there.
not. You know what I'm saying? But what conspiracy is factual, if any?
None of them.
You know
That's
what I
why they're
mean? Like, you don't-
conspiracies.
You don't know. The problem is you don't know. You literally don't know, and I don't know if we ever will. You
Oh,
know
we'll
what I'm
know
saying?
once we know more about the virus. We'll be able to know more about it. You
But-
know, what I mean,
but we
once
still
we
won't
get a
know-
vaccine, we'll be able to know a lot more.
You know, so we still won't know all the shit. Like, even the simple fact is, you know, people, did it came from these animals or was it man-made? You know what I'm saying? We
Well,
don't
they've
know.
definitely proven that it came from animals. What they're saying.
Just your sentences doesn't even make sense. We
What
definitely
they're saying.
proved is what they're saying. Because we don't know.
They proved they did say that it came from.
We
an
proved that
animal.
somebody said that.
Well, that's what the Chinese said that it came from.
Yeah, so we don't know.
But it could be. I mean, they could be back in there. Like, here's another conspiracy. They could be back in their asses. Like I said before, they could have.
Yeah.
You know, it's against the law. It's against war laws to fucking create a chemical warfare. So there's no war. There's no fucking laws against the virus warfare. So they could have very well created a fucking virus
We don't know.
and threw it out there.
Was it fucking Bill Gates? We don't know. Did Bill Gates do it?
I
Did Bill
mean,
Gates buy the fucking company that made the fucking virus and buy the company that made the fucking antidote and then fucking do a whole pandemic fucking trial run a year ago?
Bitch, I made the virus.
The only thing we know is true is one of those things is true. That he did a pandemic trial run not that long ago.
You did?
Yeah.
How do we know that's true?
I don't know. It's like
'Cause that's what
videos
they
and
say.
documents and shit about it. It was like a whole thing.
Where can you find those?
What was it called? Like Room
You can,
201 or
you
some
can find
shit?
them on the internet
Mhm.
because the internet tells you all the truths, never lies.
Well, no.
Oh. No, and honestly, man, like, I don't know. Like Poe said, man, we can't be fucking scared. We gotta live life.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Well, you
And-
can't. I understand that, but at the same time, you can't.
No,
You're not allowed to live
well-
life when they shut down the world.
Right. And I mean, I'm a firm believer that, man, when you're born with a fucking number. When your number's up, your time is done. You know, we don't know when the fuck that is. But I do believe that when the higher power needs you, that's when you're
So that-
fucking gone.
I mean, so essentially, Christian or not a Christian, that's destiny. But fate, whatever you want to call it. But I believe that. But I also believe, regardless of that, you can change your fate. You can make good
Can you?
or bad decisions.
'Cause I'm pretty sure when the higher power wants you, it's going to make it happen.
Well, I'm sure, but I'm saying I feel like depending on, but at the same time, the higher power God gave us free will.
Because I'll
So-
tell you what, with
Yeah,
all
man.
with all the
So-
technology that we know, that all these doctors are fucking sitting there saying that, like, oh, get in shape so you don't have a heart attack so you can fucking live longer. Well, how come these top shape motherfuckers are having heart attacks and they're fucking dying, and the fat motherfuckers sitting here talking to you motherfuckers right now hadn't had a fucking heart attack yet? And these guys are younger than I am. But they're having fucking heart attacks. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And so that's why I'm saying, you know, when your number's
Some of
up, your
them.
number's up. Well, yeah, their number one number ones that fucking survive it.
I don't know. We don't know.
I don't know. People
I mean, there's
just,
no answer. There literally is no answer.
people just try to preach.
Well, at least
and
there's
try
no
to-
answer that we know. Anyway.
Well, that's what I'm saying. People try to preach and they try to come up with fucking. They try to make people believe, but everybody's playing Mr. Rogers and make believing and trying to get other people to believe they're make believe.
No, that's true.
You know, I mean,
But I believe,
when you got facts, we got
I believe
facts.
you can change your destiny, for sure. If we're talking about destiny, which is
I don't know if you can.
essentially
though.
your make believe.
I don't know if you can though.
Well, I don't know
my
if you
world,
can
I don't
either.
think you can. I don't think you can change your fate.
But if you believe in God and you believe God gave us free will, then you have to believe that that free will gives us the choice to make decisions, and with those decisions, can change our destiny, can change our ending. Obviously, it's like the red pill and the blue pill. You have you have to make a choice.
Yeah, but see, what I'm saying, and you're saying, what you say is not making any sense with my opinion.
You know?
I don't. Maybe you're not understanding it, or maybe you are understanding it, and you're just trying to come around the corner with something else.
100%.
Because, like, if you can't control your fate, so if you go jump off a fucking bridge, not in the water, but in a fucking rocks, you jump off a bridge 25 feet high, you do a head plant, there's a chance you might walk away because your time ain't up. There's a chance that you're probably gonna be dead because you're dumb enough and now your time's up and I need you up here with me or down here with me, wherever the fuck you're gonna go.
So, see, I feel like I'm not disagreeing with your opinion, but it's your opinion.
But I see what you're saying with the red pill, blue pill. You got a choice, and the choice is to make, not to jump off that fucking bridge. You know what I mean?
What was it? But I feel like, I mean, man, I'm probably gonna get yelled at for this one, but I feel like your opinion is just wrong because it's based on
Nobody's opinion is ever wrong. We're gonna get that straight real quick. Everybody has opinion for a reason because it's their opinion.
That doesn't mean their opinion can't be wrong.
Sure.
Your opinion,
It's just my opinion
especially
is wrong in your mind.
Well, I'm not even saying it's wrong in my mind. I'm saying it's like not even necessarily your opinion, but just that opinion in general. But it is yours. It's based on.
So you're one of those people that other people can't have an opinion.
No, you're more than welcome to have an opinion. It doesn't mean it's right.
It's my opinion, so it is right. It's right to me. It's wrong to you. Your opinion could be right to you, but it's wrong to me. So it's just an opinion.
Yeah, but if your
now,
own,
if you want to
your own opinion is your own fact, though. You treat it as it's a fact. This is how life is.
But
lived.
there's other facts that are proven out there to prove my opinion wrong.
But let me finish my thought then. If your opinion is based on God, right?
I mean, whatever the higher power.
Okay, we're just gonna call him God. Whatever he, she, it is.
You got Twizzlers over there, huh?
Yeah. God. Okay.
Yeah.
So if your opinion is based on God, and God has a set plan, and He knows what's gonna happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you believe in that, you have to believe in the fact that God gave you free will. You can't believe both.
What do you mean?
Because if He gave you free will,
I'm free will to do whatever I want, make choices.
Well, then your
want.
choices have to change your destiny, or it's not actually free will. Then He's a liar.
Well, no, that's not. No,
If your free will,
I'm just a fool and didn't know any better.
But if your free will doesn't change your destiny, then your free will is a lie. Therefore, God is a liar.
No, just like I said, there's a chance if I jump off a 25-foot bridge, I might live or I might die. There's a 50-50 shot.
Mm-hmm.
So if God needs me or whoever, we'll say God because that's what you call him. So if He needs me, He's going to be like, okay, well, I need you now. But if He doesn't need me, He's going to be like, no, motherfucker, here, we got an ambulance for you. You go to the hospital, you get fixed up, and here you go, you're still living. See what I'm saying?
But that's not your faith.
No, that wasn't my fate to jump off the bridge and die at that time. No, not at all.
But then He still knows what your fate is. So therefore,
sure.
Your free will, your choices don't matter.
No, they do. I can still make choices, but that does not, like, if I'm supposed to die in an accident, it doesn't mean that I'm going to cause that accident. Somebody else might cause that accident. So that's when my time will be up at that point. It might be something that's
all the
uncontrollable.
choices along the way led up to that choice, to that day. You wouldn't have got there that day.
Motherfucker, I can't stay in my house my whole life. I mean,
I'm not telling you to do that, but I'm saying.
Then he'll send something else after me to fucking kill me.
If your shit is destined to be what it is, then your free will is a lie.
But we don't know what it is.
You can't believe in both of them.
We don't know what it is, so we make choices.
No, we don't know what it is, but the choices you're making have already been predetermined, so it's not actually free will. One of those things has to be
false. It's a free will to us because we don't know any better. We're doing our own thing. Because we don't know it, because we're dumb to it, because we don't have the knowledge that.
So then God is just fake news. He makes you pretend that you're living your own life, even though your decisions are already predetermined.
In the Bible, it says to live life, and God forgives you for your sins.
So He already knows you're going to fuck up. It's already predetermined.
Everybody fucks up. We're not perfect.
Well,
just like Poe said, we're not perfect. We're not fucking Jesus, for crying out loud.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying He's already going to. If He already knows what you're doing, it's not free will, right?
No, to us it is, though, because we don't know any better. So we have the free will to do whatever we want, yes. But if He already knows, He might not know what's going to happen to us to take our fate. He just knows what day it is, what day it could be on.
Amber says you can't, in her opinion, you can't change your fate, but your free will can postpone it.
Can it? I don't know if it can or can't.
That's her opinion.
But I mean,
and I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you at all.
And I'm not disagreeing
with you. I'm
just
stating and honestly, it probably even confuses me more disagreeing with you, but that's I feel like that's one of my biggest problems is I want to know, like, we don't know whether it be religion, you know what I'm saying? Like God or Buddha, whatever you believe or think you believe in, or even politics, news. We don't know what the truth is.
So
we have no fucking idea
let me ask you this.
what the truth is. But I feel like if you believe in something and you believe it wholeheartedly, you read the Bible and you're like, this is what I believe in, this is what I do. I think it's a great thing. I think Christianity and all that is a great thing. It's a positive. I believe in the overall positive message of that. I may not believe with every little detail that goes along with it. And I also think about things. I think about the big picture, and I see all the weird things that don't add up. And something like that, I feel like wouldn't add, like one of those things can't be true.
I mean, 100%. You with what you're saying, yeah. I mean,
Like
one of like you don't any common sense. If you have common sense, yes, neither one of those can't be true.
Like if God is real and everything we believe happened and he created the earth and he created man and all that shit went down with the devil and now there's this bad guy that lives.
The devil went down to Georgia, bro.
Well, on his way to where he's at now, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And he just wants to like make up lies. He's doing a really good job of it. But you know what I'm saying? If all that shit's true and then, you know, Eve ate a fucking apple and fucked up everything for us and instead of praising God, we have to fucking pretend that we believe and be scared to go to hell so we're good people. It's all really weird, but everything's predetermined, but we have free will, but we can sin. What?
Right? No, 100%.
What?
I mean, that's the like.
What do you want me to do now?
like you're not supposed to live a sinful life, but if God knows we're gonna screw up down the line. So therefore, well, in the Christianity world, that you go in. I guess I don't know what religion. I guess it's Christianity. What is it? You go in. You tell your Father sorry for your sins, and He gives you 12 fucking Hail Marys or whatever.
Catholic, but yeah, Christian.
Okay, Catholic,
it's a
whatever.
form of Christianity, I believe.
Yeah, they're the same but different.
Yeah.
They believe the
Hail
same,
Mary,
and they
Our Father.
Yeah. So He already knows you're gonna sin. So that's why it depends on what religion you're in. Yeah. So he already knows. So one religion he gives you
the whole thing
12 Hail Marys.
Then it depends on how bad you are, how bad you did.
Now let me ask you this question.
Then it depends, and then it's like if you, it almost feel like it's unfair. Like if it's real and you learn this shit at a young age, and then you go fuck up, but you know later on you're gonna be like, oh, well, when I get older, I'll just say sorry and repent. Right? That's worse because you're subconsciously doing it. But if you're just a fucking piece of shit your whole life, and then you get old and you're like, oh, I finally found God in prison. That's okay.
We had this conversation when I told you I read that passage out of the fucking Bible because of the dude out at work, right? That's the conversation we had before. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And that's a question I asked him. And he really didn't have a fucking answer for it.
Because there's no answer to anything. That's the problem with everything.
You can sin all you want as long as you tell God you're sorry.
Right.
That's the only answer to that.
But you have to believe it.
Yeah, you have to believe, and you have to
what do you believe?
accept
I believe
God
I want to
life.
go to heaven. Yeah.
And his answer to me was, well, you got to believe in God and accept Him in your life, and you got to get to know Him. So once you do all that, then He guides you in the right way to where you don't sin anymore.
Yeah, call me, bro.
I'm like, what?
Call me. Let's have a conversation.
Right? So let me ask you this question. If you could...
I would love to interview God.
If you could know the day you're going to die and what you're going to die of, would you want to know?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Would you? I don't know if I would want to.
I mean, in all honesty, the answer to that question depends on the answer to that question.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, would you?
So without knowing the answer to the question, yes.
You would want to know. See, I
because
don't think I would.
Well, because it scares me. That scares me. This virus, you know what scares me the most about? Well, there's two things that scare me most about this virus, even though I'm not supposed to be scared. One,
I mean, it's okay to be scared.
One is I am a little scared of getting the virus. I'm more scared of having something else serious happen to me while this is happening, and for some reason I kind of get tossed to the side. You know what I mean?
Like, because hospitals aren't taking patients.
Well,
with,
I don't want to go to the fucking hospital.
Attacks.
Yeah.
So if you have a heart attack, the hospital's not going to take you. Like, what?
And then they were talking about the no resuscitation shit for a while. Like, are you fucking serious?
Right?
You know what I mean? Like, that's. I mean, I don't want to die. You know what I mean?
So that's why we're starting to take long walks.
And
on
I
the
really
beach
don't want to die without doing something. You know what I mean? Like, especially all these people we talk to, they're like, oh, I got this, I did this music, I have a legacy, I have children.
Right.
You know what I mean? I want a legacy. I don't want to fucking, you know what I mean? I don't want to, and I don't want to be a number. That's really what scares me. Regardless if it's from something else.
We are all a number, bro.
Yeah, but I feel like this is worse. Like, no disrespect to anyone who has lost their life to this coronavirus, but I don't want to be, oh, we had another 2,000 people die today.
Right.
I don't want to be that. I don't want to be one of those.
You don't want to be
I want to be fucking Paul died today. Paul died today. And there was a fucking funeral that people could attend.
Well, I'm pretty
You
sure.
know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure with what we've built here, I'm pretty sure that's how it would be.
But I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be another number. I don't want to be a body thrown into the back of a fucking truck.
Just don't want to be another statistic.
I mean, but more than that, I don't want to, you know what I mean? Like, obviously all these people matter. But these people aren't getting fucking funerals because no one can get within 6 feet of each other. You know what I mean? Some of these people in other countries are getting thrown into a truck and just buried into a mass grave like they did in the
Holocaust?
Yeah. Fuck you. It's 2020. Like, that's...
I mean, it ain't like, well, I guess,
Yeah, no, it is.
It is, yeah, I guess, because funeral homes and shit ain't open right now. They're not really doing shit. I mean, that... See, that's tough because it's not...
It's crazy.
It's not like that, but it kind of is like that. Like, families can get the body together and they'll take it, the coroner will take it wherever you want it. You can get it cremated or you can just go have it buried and they'll give you the location and you go to the location after all this shit's done.
Maybe.
But yeah, what sucks is you just can't have a body in a casket and have people come and visit and say their last goodbyes. That's what we can't do right now, which is, I get it, but it's...
So clearly you need Jesus. Don't we all?
She said that. We don't need... No, I mean, no. I mean, yes, but no.
We all...
It's not clearly we need Jesus.
We all... Well, regardless of what anybody believes in.
It's clearly we need Jesus.
Regardless of who, what, why, when, or even if you don't believe in whatever. Everybody, even atheists, believe in
something. Right.
Something happened. And I believe, I think I believe in God. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what that is. I don't know. I mean, I do. I just don't know what it is. I don't know what it consists of. You know what I mean? I went to church as a kid.
I mean, I believe in God. I believe in God that He wants us down here and He wants us to do the best that we can. And He knows we're going to make mistakes. And when our time's up, He wants us to come visit Him and
like, I think I'm relatively
do the best we can for Him.
Like, I think I'm relatively in the general world,
or reborn again.
In the general world of people, I think I'm pretty fucking dumb. Right? But I also think I'm kind of smart. I think about things, you know what I mean? And I try to see things in a bigger light. I feel like God, whoever he is or she is,
that's a loaded...
The almighty creator is really smart and overall, like, a chill-ass dude. You know what I mean? And, like, I feel like if you're a good person, like a genuinely good person, like you're just not trying to, like, hurt people and, like, put evil into the world, even though you do stupid ass shit and you fuck shit up and you eat fucking pork on a Tuesday or whatever the hell you're not supposed to do, or you have sex before marriage, which is a cardinal sin, or even if you're gay and people, you know what I mean, say God's gonna shit on you. I feel like God's kind of chill, and He's like, bro.
I mean, if you read the Bible, God loves all His children the same.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying any of that's right or wrong. I'm just saying I believe God.
I mean, bro,
if everything written in the Bible is true, I feel like it needs to be updated a whole lot.
I mean, you know what I mean? It's already been updated. But the problem is with the updated versions, they change so much.
Yeah.
So that's what misdirects and misguides people.
I feel like God's a good dude. And He's just like, bro, you're a good guy. You made a bunch of fucking mistakes. Relax.
I mean, like I said,
and be a good guy. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I don't think I'm a bad person. I've done bad things. You know what I mean? I've never done anything. Obviously this is my own opinion. I'm not God and I didn't create people. I don't think I've done anything deserving enough to be burned in hell for eternity.
I mean, like I said before, though,
I may have stole some shit from a store.
the only thing
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like I may curse. I may, you know what I mean? I may have lied to my mom.
the
I
only
may have done bad things, but
yeah, but like I said before in the last episode, we even talked about religion. The only thing that taking the old boy home from work and talking with him made me kind of realize, and it made very good sense to me, and it's the only reason why I even like gave it a second thought. It's like, dude, like you can be the best person down here. You can do all these great things. Still don't mean God's gonna let you in his house. You gotta have a relationship with him. He's gotta get to know you. You gotta get to know him, and then that's how you get invited to his house. Some stranger come knocking on my fucking door. I don't know who the fuck it is. They ain't coming to my house.
well, they're there to tell you about Jesus. Obviously, those are strangers that knock on your door.
I mean, but you see what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna let a stranger in your house. So if you just take a little bit of time, maybe get to know him, and let him in your life and get to know him. That's the only thing that talking with this dude. Like, nobody lets strangers in their fucking house. So why would God let a stranger in his house?
Well,
Think about it.
yeah, but I mean, essentially, he's like your birth mother if you're adopted.
I mean,
Right?
sure, but you know
He
what?
birthed you, you just never met him.
You never opened up to him. You never even let him into your life. Why the fuck would he even let you in his house?
Well, that's because you don't know he's there.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm like, that's why I said.
mean,
that's the only shit that dude made sense.
I get
when we was
I get
talking.
the analogy, but then did you ask him? Well, why'd you leave me, Mom, Dad? Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean? How am I supposed to get to know you when I don't even know you're real? You never called. You never wrote a letter.
But see,
Did you buy me a fucking teddy? Did you buy me a fucking Teddy Jesus on my birthday? You know what I'm saying though? Like,
Right.
I'm supposed to call you?
Yes.
Like, you're the adult here, fam.
Wow, yeah.
You've been around for thousands of years. Like, hey, P. Just letting you know I'm here, bud. Want to get to know me?
But,
Sure,
but
man.
I mean, like you
Let's
don't,
go grab the gloves and play ball.
like you don't take the like how you meet people though, and you talk to people, you get to know them, and therefore like you invite them over to your fucking house, right?
Sure.
So it's your responsibility to go and meet God and let him know who you
But
are.
I understand what you're saying, but that's
And
not
let
a
him-
tangible thing we can do
I-
as human beings.
Totally understand. I get
I
it.
think that's the biggest issue. It's not, like, you know what I mean? And obviously a preacher or someone as God will just tell you, well, that's where faith comes in. But
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, like, bro, if you can't open up to me, why am I gonna open up to you?
well, at the same time, you gave us a brain, you gave us thought, you know what I mean? Obviously, we live in a world where you have to question everything. Why would you make yourself make believe?
Because he played Mr. Rogers, bro. Playing
No, really,
Mr.
bro.
Rogers make believe.
I mean, Mickey Mouse is made believe, and I've seen him more than I've seen God. And that's literally
Have you? You see God over every church you pass every day.
That's a depiction of Jesus.
I'm just being funny at this point.
I'm just saying. I mean, it's, you know, there's no answer, but
I mean, no, I get it. Yeah, no, 100%. But like I said, though, that's like the only thing. Like, yeah, think about it. You're not gonna let a stranger in your fucking house.
the light inside us that is life reverts back to energy, and you either make it back to the good source of it, or your battery just goes dead and you don't have home.
Simple as that. Seamus, you fucking shine a light on everything. That gave me the answer. We aren't going to have human form after we die. Like, come on.
No, we probably won't. But this is what we know.
You don't think God's a person, do you?
I don't know. I don't know. No, I mean, clearly he's not a person, but I feel like when you
I mean,
think
it's
of it
the
in
Holy Spirit.
person form,
It's the Spirit.
Like an Obi-Wan in the back.
Obi-Wan Kenobi?
But even the Wizard of Oz wasn't really a wizard. He was a man behind a curtain. Come on, man.
He was a fucking midget. He was a little person.
He was
Sorry.
a magician.
Wasn't he a little person? Or did he just look like a little person because the fucking thing was so the castle was so big?
That could be. I mean, he wasn't a big person, but
He wasn't part of the lollipop deal, is what you're trying to tell me.
yeah, no, he wasn't that little.
You into YouTube's or are we going still?
It's still on, but we'll say goodnight. Hey, everybody over in YouTube land. We're out of time.
Like 11 minutes out of time.
But we love y'all. We appreciate you. Make sure you share out the stream after it's done. If y'all could leave a comment at the end of the video, that'd be dope. Grave Joe says God has to. Well, no, that's Jesus, right? Or no? I don't know. It's a fair point. I'm glad you made it right when we were about to end the show. But Grave Joe says God has to be a person because we were made in his image. Or at least he looks like a person.
Or were we made into his imagination? Like this is what he imaged us as.
Well, I'll start the conversation the same way I'll end the conversation the same way I started it. We don't know.
No, absolutely we
We
don't.
literally don't know. We don't know.
We just gather the information from what other people have told us. That's all we have to go on.
But YouTube, we're out of here. We're done. We're out of time.
Head over to Spreaker if you want to catch the last minute or two of the show.
We love y'all. Please subscribe to the channel. Please share the link. Leave a comment. We love you, Grape Joe. We love everybody that tuned in tonight. Shout out to Big Poe as well.
Hell yeah. Big Poe's the shit. That's my dude right there. He don't even know it.
That's right. Peace out, YouTube.